I think I done hit the wrong button. That button. That's the one. There it is. All right. We're ready. We are about to live stream some Shadowrun.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh, now he's dancing to himself. Man, the signs are not good.
It's never good. Never good. All right. Hi. There it is. Hi, my name is Todd, and we're going to be playing some Shadowrun tonight. Hopefully the tech is going to agree with us, and I hope that you are having a wonderful night. Actually, we want you to play with us. We want you to make some suggestions for the game that we're about to play. So we are going to be doing some Shadowrun. So if you've never seen that before, although if you're on Twitch and you see this, you probably know what Shadowrun is. We play 5th edition. It's Cyberpunk meets Dungeons and Dragons, and it's like they had a baby and dropped it on the doorstep of a dystopian future where corporations and criminal interests rule all. And
Dystopian.
Yeah, it's Yeah, it's getting closer and closer every year. Except the whole magic part. I wish... Hold on. Let's see. Come on. No, not quite. But we have the technical magic, so anyway, I tried. I had to try. All right, let's meet the table, and eventually I'll get things sorted out here. We got some new players today, and Internet, don't forget you can chime in and make suggestions, messages to the player, spirits walking by. Shadowrun's got lots of opportunity for all kinds of hijinks, so we're going to get up to some of that. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. You are live and on.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Todd?
Me? I'm good, thank you.
Are you ready to murder our characters?
Possibly. I spent entire minutes, thinking about the plot for tonight's game. So, lots of balancing.
I need to roll 3d6.
So much balancing going into this game. So, just be aware that anything you go up against is fully unbalanced, and you might cakewalk it, you might be murdered by it. It's all good.
Attack dogs already.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Roll for initiative. All right. We're just going to go around the table and meet everybody first, and then we'll roll initiative. I love how you think I'm kidding. All right, so let's... I think we'll start with the people who kind of know which characters they're at least starting with tonight. Just so you know, I am doing this more as a kind of... I'm calling it single shot or burst fire. So in other words... It might be just a one-shot night. It might be a couple of different episodes strung together. It really depends on where the story takes us and whether I TPK you tonight or a different night. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I actually really do... this sounds awful, but I kind of do want to turn up the danger level for Shadowrun a little bit because it should be really dangerous. Anyway, let's meet some of the players and some of their characters. So we're going to start over here with Steve. Welcome to the stream again, man. Good to see you.
Good to be back. That is good.
I appreciate that you
had... so I'm going to play...
zero notice for this.
Right. So I'm bringing His Majesty the Sasquatch. You can call him His Majesty the Sasquatch. He has existed in both the D&D world and the Shadowrun world. Same character through some sort of time-traveling wormhole vortex kind of thing.
Like the...
And he's getting more and more adjusted to Seattle life as time goes by. He's aware that, you know, technology is a thing that he will try to make friends with one day, but still has a bit of a problem with that.
Well,
yeah, he's a he's an adept. It's kind of his
nice
thing.
He punches, and if I remember correctly, he throws things.
Yeah, he'd like to be friends with everyone, but pretty much everyone pisses him off, so it's kind of hard.
Very nice. All right, let's keep going around the horn. Did we lose somebody? Is this everybody?
Oh, yes, we did.
I thought. We might have
No,
lost
we
somebody.
actually we lost Carl.
Carl. Carl, we miss you already. Come back to us. All right. Well, we'll keep circling around. Let's talk to Bella next. Hi, Bella. What you doing?
Nope, that didn't work. Hi, everybody. I'm Bella, and I'm playing Bliss, the resident technomancer who's into romancing tech, as we've been
Techromancer.
learning over the weeks. And yeah, she's she really likes getting connected with her machinery. So that's her. There's not a whole lot to her. As long
all
as
good.
there's, something to be hooked into, she's happy.
So tonight's game is definitely going to be your wheelhouse. That's my prediction.
Oh, okay.
No.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see.
I'm toying with your emotions. All right. No, that's the other game. That's our D&D game. And by the way, we do generally, for those who are just joining us or checking it out, we've been on a pretty good kick of doing 2 weeks of D&D, 1 week of Shadowrun, and I would really like to keep that going if people are game. So thank you nice to meet you, Bliss. All right, so let's keep going around the horn. B, welcome to the stream.
Hi. Yes, hello.
I believe you are legitimately making this a playing with viewers game.
What's that? What you said? Sorry, I'm just working on this character sheet.
No problem. There's just a few.
You
things
cut
to
out for me
read.
too, Todd.
Oh. Check 1, 2. Interwebs? Can you hear
3,
me?
4.
Okay, cool.
Banana.
3 and 4. All right. Yeah, I was going to say you legitimately are making this a playing with viewers thing because I believe you've dropped by the show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, a couple times. Yes, you guys are stuff too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're not entirely certain who's going to be watching us tonight, but we know it's not going to be you. It's just messed up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a certain sense, yeah.
But that's all good. I'd rather you be here playing with us in person anyway. Screw the view. No. Anyway, let's. So tell us a little bit. I believe you're picking a character, or are you making a fresh one?
I've made a fresh one. They're kind of they're kind of partially done. I'm still but they're Amy Dawes is a Decker. She used to work at a software company. She was kind of doing the Office Space thing where she was skimming off like fractional amounts of currency off transactions,
Nice.
and she got caught. And now she's a Shadowrunner, but also she has a kid, so she doesn't know. Who doesn't know she's a Shadowrunner?
Ooh,
And,
okay,
yeah.
nice. I like the fact that there's some stakes and you got some skin in the game. You got a reason to
Yeah.
make this work. Nice. And just a quick question.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, is there anything we should know about you as a person? Like, do you collect little ornamental spoons? Like,
I don't know. I make I don't know. I make board games or like try to at
that's
times.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Which is yeah.
Awesome. And your Decker person, just to jump back to your character, is human, elf, orc? What
Yeah,
is
she is human.
human. And do you have a Shadowrun name yet? An alias? Or we can let the
I
internet name.
thought it was.
No, that's fine.
Oh yes, yeah. If the internet wants to decide, I don't know.
Danger, you might end up as Bodie McBoatface.
So no. Let's see.
Well, we can put TBD in for now, and then whenever you're ready.
Yeah, TBD. I'll think of one in a few minutes.
Nice. All right. Well, welcome.
Totally
Like a
bitch
pun on
and Decker.
Dawes.
Yeah.
Totally
No, that's
bitch
the name.
and
It's
Decker.
TBD. It's totally bitch and Decker.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I like that.
Why not?
TBD.
Uh,
All right. Very cool. Well, welcome to the stream, and thanks for joining us. And that brings us round to Darcy.
Hello. I'm over here frantically filling out a character sheet.
Sorry, I just saw the name.
Oh, you did. Awesome.
Flytrap.
Flytrap. I love it. Let's put that
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And they can just call you Fly for short.
Yeah, they don't fly. Yeah.
All
Very
right.
good.
Very nice. All right. Let me just throw that name on the stream. There we go. All right. So let's go and meet Darcy, at least for the moment, anyway.
Hi. Yes. I'm Darcy. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarcyBits. Actually, B and I have streamed Blades of the Dark on that channel before. You can find it on my YouTube if you want
That
to
was
watch
a while
that.
ago now.
It was a while ago now, but it was last year sometime. And I mean, I've said it a million times, and I'll keep saying it. Blades of the Dark is so weirdly close to Shadowrun in spirit. Like, it has like the same heart. It's so
Nice.
weird, and I
It's
couldn't
got
tell
the
if
same
Todd had frozen or not, but he
metallic
is not.
pump
Very
in
cool.
the place of where a heart would be.
I'm gonna guess most of the words you just said.
Oh dear.
But
It's my
yeah,
internet, should be-
today I'm going to go back to what I have been doing so far in this game, which I have found incredibly enjoyable as a player, which is I have a main PC, Mix, who is an ex-Johnson fixer, and I am having them bring in whoever I feel like. It's fun
me.
having Mix be the start, do a little bit of legwork, get the job, and then go, okay, this person needs to go on the job. I'm going to send them.
Nice.
So I've been building a mage to fill out that part of the group in case we don't have a mage. And would you look at that?
I don't believe we do right now. Human?
We don't. Yelvin couldn't make it.
Yeah, Yalfin is not here
so
right
that's
now.
fun. So it looks pretty likely I'll be sending the new kid, which is fun.
Okay, and what's the new
Um,
kid's street name?
They are Bone Mother.
Bone Leather?
Bone
Wow.
Mother.
Oh, Bone Mother.
They are
Okay.
Wiccan. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so let me sort that out a little piece here.
Yeah.
Whoa,
They're like
what
a
am I
Wiccan
doing?
mage.
Words. What is the matter? Words. All right, so very cool. So I'm just getting that on there. And if you, I think that's pretty much it. So I always end up doing the description
Think so.
of what Shadowrun is, just in case people haven't played it before. So what would you call? How would you? Somebody want to take a lead on this? A volunteer? How would you describe Shadowrun? Set the tone for us.
Do you mean the
Sure.
setting? Or do you mean the
Take
game?
it away. Yeah. Take it away, there, Steve. It's almost like you know Shadowrun.
The quickest way to describe Shadowrun would be if The Matrix and The Lord of the Rings had a bastard love child.
Nice.
You could expand on that by saying also dragons, but no dragons.
also dragons. Nice.
Wasn't a
All
dragon
right.
the president in the setting? Or was there a president dragon? I don't know a ton about Shadowrun, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
dead.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Aw.
His will is a book that's about this thick. I think I have it somewhere.
Oh, like actually, that's amazing. They like published his will as a source book.
Oh, it was
That's
a
awesome.
whole thing for a while, actually. It
I
was
didn't
like
know that. That's great.
yeah. His will ended up spawning many different Shadowruns. It
It's a
was
very important thing as far as like, it's world relevant. I just didn't realize they actually like published the will in like a physical thing you could buy. That's really cool.
That is pretty cool. I should probably get my hands on that somehow, but not tonight, because tonight I'm gonna practice
I love
this.
Feelies. Feelies are great.
Yeah.
Down in cold storage.
That's all
Keep
good.
it in the freezer. Great.
All right, so without further ado, let's jump in. Carl will join us when once he gets back on here, and we'll bring him up to speed. In the meantime, let's kill y'all. No. So, Mix,
Heck yeah.
as the fixer who tends to put groups together,
Mm-hmm.
you get
Yeah.
what are you doing on an average Saturday?
You know, I haven't really fleshed out much of what their home life is, but I mean, they have a home, they have a wife, they have a daughter. So I don't know. They're probably actually like having kind of a normal like at home sit around watch TV with the family kind of stuff. Not like it's TV night or anything, but like, you know, just kind of. And they have one day. They finally found their one day. That they're able to do something, and yeah, they're just kind of enjoying lazing about. I think I'd call it an average Saturday, though.
Okay. Yeah, lazing around, the kids doing macaroni art. It's a wonderful thing.
The kid
And
is
then-
actually 20-something.
Yeah, they're doing macaroni art.
It's very high concept macaroni art.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know if
All
she
right.
lives with us. I don't remember that for my backstory.
Well, you're having a little
I decided
little
at one
visit.
point, but I don't remember what I chose.
That's okay.
Yeah, totally.
Doing a little visit
It's nice.
thing. And you start getting these pings on your work ban. And it's just like last second job, high value, need a team. And it's a couple of people you know who kind of put out feelers for information, and you see this from a couple of different sources.
Yeah. I see it from a couple of different sources. What does that mean?
So like you've got a couple of different feelers out there, and so contacts, bartenders, and so on.
I'm seeing
and
like
you actually-
multiple people who are trying to get the same job.
No, a couple of people are just like, hey, I just heard I got line on possible work. If you're interested, it's going down at McNeely's. It's last
Right.
second.
Okay. Cool. I get it. It's like everyone's bouncing this work to someone else, and I'm like, yeah, same, buddy. It's like, who can I send this to that would appreciate it? Because I am not doing this.
You're 20-something kids like,
So
necklace?
yeah, I pull up like, you know, go-to contacts and see, and I'm like, oh wait, no, I remember they said they're off on this job already, and they're off on this job already. Like I know where people are, and so I get a short list pretty quickly, and I send it off to some
right.
other folk, which would be all of y'all.
Very good. All right,
As
so
well-
you
as well
guys tend to get a notice saying meet at McNeely's. In basically ASAP. If you're interested, if you're available, what are you doing, Bliss, on this random day?
This random day, I feel this is always such a loaded question. I feel like at this moment, though, Bliss was enjoying a nice long bath.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been doing pretty well lately. So you're living in a crash pad that's not awful. The bathtub's a little rusty, and like the roaches are pretty friendly, but besides that, it's passable. I'm assuming.
You know,
Are you low lifestyle?
they're
or
good
high?
Yeah, they're good company to have dinner with once in a while. You
Well,
know, they don't
exactly. I mean,
complain.
they clean up.
And they clean
Couple of
up.
scraps.
And they give you tickles in the middle of the night, so it's all good.
They keep the bed bugs
You
down. It's like a turf war in your in your dive. Anyway,
Roach
so,
versus bedbug.
beep beep beep. So you get message from not Mix. Actually, you get a friend of yours is like, pick a contact off your list. Just any contact.
Any of them?
Mhm.
Okay.
Please choose
Well.
Yakuza Consigliere.
I'm gonna go with. You wanted me to pick.
Yakuza or not?
You wanted to
I
pick
don't-
my conciliere?
Sure.
All
How
right,
do you
fun.
say that word?
Maxi.
I've always been saying consigliere, but I guess that's not it.
Oh,
That's not good.
Consigliere.
What's a consigliere?
No, it's consigliere.
Oh, it's
if
Italian.
you're watching My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Oh,
But if
that's
you're
right.
actually Italian, it's consigliere.
Yeah. So Maxi, double
All right.
X.
Max, and now
One
this is from
eye.
Yakuza though.
I couldn't remember if it was actually Yakuza or if it was a different crime syndicate.
Hey,
Oh no, Maxi. I don't think Maxi is Yakuza.
oh,
That was somebody else. That was Yakuza.
Yeah.
Maxi,
thought-
male, female.
Yeah, it was
No.
something-
What do you want? Neither.
Huh?
I'm just okay. I'll just
Maxi?
make one up. Yeah.
I didn't really determine. I
Sure,
left it
no
in
problem.
androgynous and ambiguous.
Darling,
You know, they.
Great.
there is some work. There's some buzz that there's going to be a last minute thing. If you want in on it, I hear it's a good pot. Get down here.
Okay. I'll give me 10 minutes.
I'm going to get you a drink with an umbrella in it, and you can't say no. I might drink it by the
Oh,
time you
thank
get here.
you.
All right, click.
You're the best.
So you end up, you're called in there. His Majesty, you're at a bar. You're already hanging out in a bar or behind a bar. Which is your style?
In the bar behind the bar.
Nice. Okay, you're
Definitely.
filling in.
Yeah.
You don't actually work
Well,
there,
no, I just
and
went
nobody's
back
had
there.
the guts to like
No,
kick you
they
out.
keep asking me to leave. Yeah, they keep asking me to leave, and I just keep staring at them.
Yeah, and then every once in a while,
Yeah.
someone comes along, and if you like the look of them, you serve them a drink. They're like, I didn't
Pretty
order
much.
this. And you just stare at them, and they go.
Oh no,
away
you can't
holding
give
their-
people what they order. That's no.
No.
That would
That's
be
just-
see this particular bar. If I gave them what they ordered, that would be out of character for the bar. It's that kind of bar,
Oh yeah. It's
which is
special
why I'm
number
behind
one.
the bar.
So you're literally blocking one entire end. They have to go all the way around, and you're just sitting there squat. So you've been sitting in here, and you hear the buzz going around that there's gonna be some work. There's like a last minute. It's like a challenge. It's like, hey man. This guy walks up to you, and he's this beetle-head. You've seen him around a little bit. He walks up, and he's like, hey man, hey, you gonna enter? You got a team yet, man? Apparently, I'm Barnabas.
So I'm like, what
I
are you
got 4
talking
votes.
about? I'll pull up my pan and look at it and go, I don't see anything on here about anything.
That's
And then,
turned
Oh,
off right
hmm.
now.
well, yeah, okay. So what am I supposed to be having heard about?
No, I mean, I got word
Who am I supposed to?
that Krog's gonna be sending out a group. It'll be like a race to get a thing. He did it in Renton a few weeks back, and it was a blast, man. It was awesome, and with the cash prize, bro, it was like 15.
So a race? Are we running, climbing, driving?
Probably stealing, murdering, smashing, something like that.
What's the prize?
Money, or maybe favors, or maybe glory forever. Your name could be
about
synonymous with gold. Well, maybe. I mean, He might have some.
What? That's the problem with this city. No one pays in gold anymore.
Okay, but oh, by the way,
All right,
can
when's it
I
taking
have a
place?
rum and coke?
When's it happening?
Right now, it's happening tonight.
A rum and
I
coke.
heard this. Pardon?
What kind of Coke is rummin'?
Okay.
I have vanilla Coke and I have plain Coke. I don't have rum and Coke.
No, you take
Look,
some.
or you can just have
take
some
that
rum.
bottle right there. Okay, I'll just take the rum. And he goes to slot you a cred stick, and like you just look at it, and he just kind of looks at you for a bit, and then he pockets it and takes the drink, and the bartenders just scowl at you. And one of them looks over at you.
Oh,
and
so if
she
he goes to hand me the cred stick,
yeah.
If he goes to slot me the cred stick, I'll just take the whole cred stick.
Is it that there's only 50 anyway. He turns around, takes the drink, and walks away. The bartender looks at you like, and she holds out her hand to have you pass her the cred stick.
I'll just give her another bottle of rum.
And she just frowns, and then she turns like on her heel and walks away, just sighing. All right, so you all by whatever means you get there, you show up at whatever the name of the bar was that I said, and you end up. It's starting to fill up. It's only about 11 o'clock at night, and the music's playing. It's not live band or anything, but there is somebody who's kind of mixing a few tunes in the corner. And there's starting to get. It's like a Shadowrunner dive bar basically. And you start ending up seeing a few people you've seen around, like no big hitters or anything. If any of you have a street gang's like relevant knowledge skills for street, you could roll that. Just let me know if you have that. Like if Mix is there, then...
I wrote down a knowledge skill that's kind of Mix is not there.
Okay, so Bone Mother.
I wrote down a knowledge skill that's kind of vague. I'm not entirely sure if it's appropriate, appropriate as a skill that I wrote down.
Sure.
I just wrote down magic groups because I saw it in the book, which seems a little vague
that's
to
fine.
me. But I mean, it
For
could be
sure.
like magical street gangs. I don't know if that's appropriate or not.
It's not quite street enough for this. This is a little more grungy than that, so you don't recognize any faces.
Fair enough.
Anybody?
Great.
Anybody else?
I don't actually have what the skill is written down.
Oh,
I have
okay.
1, 2, and 5.
Oh, right, because we just left
So-
them blank. You could take knowledge skills in Seattle Street Games if you want to. Don't feel you have to though. It's an option. You can, but once you write it in, it's for good.
Yeah.
Or
The
you can
thing
save
is,
it for something else.
I
That's
mean, with
totally
her, I don't think that would be her
fine. I didn't think so
realm.
either.
Really?
Yeah, that's fair. She's
Leaves that
more
to other
matrixy.
people.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, like the
Yeah.
bigger like syndicates and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
how your history was.
Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
agree.
you don't.
So
see,
I don't think
you
she
definitely
would.
get the impression that there are a variety of small groups kind of in the room, and some of them are dressed similarly. Like you couldn't recognize, like somebody walks by with like basically a skull type face on their jacket as they walk by. A couple of the people walk by with various colors, but it's hard to tell without actually spending some time to know a bit about their background. So you're hanging out in here for a few minutes, and then this kind of pulse goes through the crowd. And you can, I mean, you can't hear the phones going. Actually, some of them you can, it kind of gets quiet, and a couple of people stand up and they start moving towards the back where there would be live bands playing. The floor is super sticky, and like the music's still playing, and just the general sense of humans and bodies pressing towards the back. You get the sense that something's going on towards the back.
What's going on the floor? Yeah,
Uh,
what's going on the floor?
And
I love
and
this
you just-
record.
the bartender's
I
like,
can't see straight anymore.
"Get the hell out of here, go!" And she's just basically trying to push you. Why don't you go see?
What's the name of this club?
Did I say
I can't remember.
McNally's? McRaunchies?
It's all right. It's
McNeely's.
all right.
McNeil's.
McNeil's. All right, so it's McNeil's.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, how much of a bender has the Sasquatch been on? Anyway, and how much would that
This
take?
dance is gonna be okay.
Yeah. So you go kind of pressing, just kind of watching what's going on, and you hear somebody, you hear a couple of like somebody call out a couple of numbers, and somebody else calls out a couple numbers. Bliss, you start seeing a lot of traffic. Like, you're sitting there seeing the music, but it's actually like Matrix feed just panning over people's heads, just... Oh, and so you start seeing activity on one particular channel. You can kind of see this glowing thread as more and more people in the room start tuning into the same thread. So if you want to, you get the idea that there is basically a broadcast. If you wanted to tie into that, just do a quick electronic warfare.
Sure.
Actually, you look up and you see this as there's one main broadcast that anybody with regular tech skills can tie into. All of you can now see it, and it does ask for a password just floating translucently in front of you when you try to connect to it. But Bella, you see it twisted, like wires twisted together. You see another red wire around this main greenish feed. So you can get into the green feed for free. But if anybody wants to take a look at what's in the red wire, you're going to have to roll to decrypt it. And same.
All right.
Nice.
Well, fuck.
And actually, I'm sorry, I forgot. B, also known as somebody. What's your name again? Fly.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so you are a decker, so you also can get these two. Nice.
Okay. So that would just be like rolling electronic warfare?
Yeah. That's what I did. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Sorry, I'm just getting a lot of chatter on. I don't know if it's going over the feed or not. I'm just going to close out my Discord for a sec here because it's getting a little distracting. All right. Sorry about that. So I forgot that Fly, you also would pick up this idea of this channel being broadcast with like a terrible password to get in there. That you even overhear people whispering in the club. No, it's 1108. 1108. And then, but you would also see this other little red wire feed. Not see it the way that Bella sees it.
I'm gonna go for the red wire.
Okay. You're gonna need to do electronic warfare check for me, which is going to be a logic plus electronic warfare, I believe. And the limit will be, I haven't done hackers in a while. Your limit is going to be...
There's like no way it's not mental, right? Or is there like something based on
No. It's based on your programs, actually. So I believe that's going to be something like your encryption program.
Oh. Huh. So
Honestly,
that's
it's been a long time since I had to do hacking properly. I'm going to do a lot of hand waving in this. I'm sorry. Essentially, just roll electronic warfare plus logic, and we'll worry about the hits after that.
Okay. I did. I got one hit and 5
I don't need to worry about the limit.
Jason,
5
I figure it's not good.
Out of how many dice did you roll?
I rolled. Let's see, it was 6. So 6 combat and 6 logic, so 12.
Wow. Okay, so that's one shy of a glitch. So you're all right. Things go a little sideways as your deck starts to smolder, and you're like, oh god, this thing's been through too much. You quickly hit the reboot button as it tried to log into an old code mainframe you used to work for, which would be really bad news. But you managed to kill it in time, and then start the reboot cycle on silent mode. So while you're doing that, Bella, how'd you do?
2 successes.
Nice. Okay, so you get into the feed relatively easily, and It is encrypted chatter, and you can just hear people. It's almost like hearing kind of backstage. You hear a message. All right. Make sure Kronk's ready to roll. Yeah. All right. Security. It's a little rough. You gotta watch those Halloweeners. But besides that, all right. Hold on, I can do this a little better. Yeah, so just keep an eye on those Halloweeners. If they enter this, it's gonna be a bit of a show. But well, yeah. Okay, he's ready. Cool. So you're basically into their back channel, and you can kind of listen in on their comms.
Okay.
All right. And you're still not even sure who there are. Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by, Princess Doppio. So you, after a few minutes, people kind of gather around this stage at the back, and they're kind of swaying the smell of beer, and you hear these soy beer. After a few minutes, you see about 3 kind of rough-looking people come out, like humans, definitely wearing armored something, leather, definitely street level, nothing corporate about them. Tattoos or mods made to look kind of garish, and very obvious. One of them has this giant green mohawk. Like razor sharp. Like you feel like this person could probably puncture tires with this thing. It's probably not real hair. It's probably implant. Then there's kind of 2 relatively nondescript humans, and then after a little while, out comes this pretty big orc, just wearing like a jacket and kind of the wife beater shirt underneath and gold chains. And anybody who's done some work in the shadows before, anybody with a fixer knowledge? Probably not if Mix isn't here. And this is what happens when the party has no face. Out he walks and introduces himself, and his voice is just amplified over the sound system.
Hey everybody, quiet down. All right. So, here's the deal. Hey, yeah, shut up.
All right, so here's the deal. So, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna have a little competition. The prize.
Yeah, shut up. Yes, there's a prize. Alright, the prize. 15K for the team that can, for the people who bring back their target. Gonna be a bit of a slog, folks. I hope you brought your wellies. So, here we go. Those of you who are interested, you're gonna walk through that door.
And at that moment, you see this kind of light turn on, and the back door of the club. You can actually see there's a big troll leaning there who just leaned over and just shoved the door slightly so it opened up. And you see a couple of like rougher looking gangers kind of trying to elbow each other and start walking towards it right away. And then the guy on the stage continues. He's like,
now, of course, I'm not liable if anybody gets geeked on this. If you're not able to stand the heat, we'll stay out of the fusion reactor. Alright? So, 15K's up for grabs, folks. It's gonna get messy up in here. Come on down.
some of the crowd kind of pushes through, a couple people kind of debating, and they look at each other and they're like, a couple. This really kind of slick looking, still street looking, but very slender, very slick. One of them's an elf, one of them is probably an elf poser, kind of just right near you, looking next to each, kind of look at each other for a second, wordlessly nod and walk on through. Everybody else who's going through there is either really drunk or a ganger of some kind, or, you know, this slick group. And then there's a group that looks a little bit like they know what they're doing, but they kind of go through one or two at a time. By the way, Mix has messaged you and said, hey, meet these people. So you all have comms, and those of you with comms on can actually see little bloop, bloop, bloop icons, assuming you want to make yourselves known to the people that Mix shared to. You got your own personal Discord. So you can chat amongst yourselves if you want to.
All right.
You're still standing in the main bar.
His Excellency will pick up at least two more bottles.
So this person that would make the announcement, were they like in Halloweeners garb or?
No, they're not in any tags that you can recognize. They just look like they know what they're doing and living on the... Not living on the streets, but like they look like they can handle themselves, and they're running with some group.
Okay. So anyone who allows the connection will hear on their comms, sort of... I do not know how to describe voices. I was going to say bubbly, and that's not right. That implies something different. But, sort of a younger feminine voice than mine.
What? There is
saying
none.
something like, thanks. So, you know what's going on here? Mix didn't give me much to go on. I'd like him, but... Them, sorry. Alright,
Not a clue, sorry.
well,
His,
I'm not
His
sure if I want to get
Majesty,
mixed up with this gang nonsense, but... That
This,
looks like it's going to be a mess in there.
that first guy that was talking to you and mentioned it to you, who was standing by the bar, pardon me, as I choke on my own spit, you see him step forward, and he kind of eyeballs you and gives you an elbow and says, "Hey, come on, we can do this. Your muscles and my brains."
Yeah. All right, I got nothing better to do. Just give me a sec.
Yeah,
Turn
okay, I'll
around.
split it.
Grab
10
2 more bottles.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll consider that. I'll turn around, grab 2 more bottles, take that cred stick that I took off the other kid and give it to the other bartender, start walking towards the door. So carrying at least 3 bottles, one of them I'm drinking out of.
This bodes really well for tonight, I think. as the Sasquatch muscle is
Well,
now
that was
half in the
more...
bag.
That was partially him liking to drink rum, but partially him using his knowledge skill of where to find things to throw.
Oh, that's right. You do have the custom knowledge skill. Where to find things to throw. Very nice. All right, so you definitely have some
also-
throwable...
Oh, no,
How
it's,
to get
custom
behind
knowledge
people.
skills.
The custom knowledge skill, how to get behind people.
First, you identify
All
which
knowledge
end is
skills
the
are
front.
custom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it.
Oh, wait. Other
And not be
slide.
there.
That's right out there with pointy end goes into other man.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
No,
so you've
He
got
doesn't
yourself...
swing that way.
You definitely have something you can chuck, though. Not a problem. All right, so so you and the little greasy guy go through the door, and the rest of you 3 are standing there in the bar, and it's starting to get about half the people have now left, and the other half are kind of going back to their business. What do you want to do?
So how much information am I able to get? I guess I'm asking the other players, like, how much are you transmitting? Can I, like, know you're a technomancer and a decker, or probably not, right?
I thought you and I have met.
No,
That's
this
why I
is a
was
new
asking.
person.
I wasn't sure which character you were playing. Because I've
Oh,
met.
I mean, yeah, I'm playing a third. This is the third character.
Yeah.
This is a
is new.
third. Oh, sorry, I totally missed their name.
Yeah,
What is
I
their
mean,
name?
That's okay.
I kind of didn't intro them because we just didn't really have a scene for them being introed. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's why I missed it,
This
because
is
it
that
didn't
scene
happen.
right now.
Okay.
You definitely
Um,
have a message, like a highlight from someone you know has said, this person is gonna meet you there. So you can see as Bone Mother walks up, you can tell that they are sent by Mix, because Mix is presumably one of your fixers.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Bone Mother is a. I'm not sure comparative to other dwarves, so saying short might be misleading. But she's a dwarf woman.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
She's African heritage. She is, I mean, she reads very strongly as a mage, in as much that like she doesn't carry like guns and stuff, and all. Like if you're in a Shadowrun place, and you're like, oh, that one doesn't have a gun, they're probably a mage, right? It's,
Well, also a lot
they're
of
not
well, depending on
subtle
your
about that.
tradition,
They could
you
carry a
may
gun,
have
but they aren't.
yeah, you might have a bunch of like talismans or feathers or like fetishes.
Yeah, and I think she does. Like she's wearing pretty like t-shirt jeans kind of stuff, other than like the Under Armour, but she does have like, you know, the talisman-y sort of necklace and stuff like that, bangles, all that fun stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's moderately clear that that you are not a cybered up monster street Sam.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So what do you say?
I was gonna make a comment about being like, whoa, feedback, Technomancer Decker stuff, but I don't know if I have that information because that's kind of private.
I think she flies under the radar for the Technomancer, but definitely, if I remember correctly, Bliss passes herself off as a
I
hack.
look like a. I do. I pass myself. I have this half-assed deck.
Okay.
To make it look like I'm a decker, but I'm not.
Cool. All right, but I still like comment on you being a decker. Great.
And
so
I
I'm like on mics patched into both of Flytrap and Bliss, and I'm saying, I'm not really sure about this job. Doesn't seem great, but might want to still see what's going on. Do you want to go in, or I mean, can you get into all that biz from back here, or do you need to get local? Closer, I guess.
Obviously, closer's always better, but you know, I could see if I could try.
Yeah, up to you. I'm going in.
Um,
I don't like enabling these sorts, but well.
All right. At about this point, the big troll who pushed the door open kind of looks around the rooms like, last call.
All right. See you on the other side, or as an eye in the sky at least, and I head off. What do you do?
All right. So you head on through, and I'm just going to say, for the sake of brevity, that probably the rest of you have to go and are encouraged to do so by the bouncer type guy at the door. He's like, "You want in? It's your only chance to get in on the competition." Hey, and he kind of eyeballs His Majesty after he kind of just barreled past. I know this is retcon a little bit, but you know. All right, so you guys end up in. It's kind of a back alley, but it's been dulled up a little bit. There's definitely some lights thrown up, some different like neon and bright colored fuchsia nonsense strobing around. It's like somebody took a dance floor and tried to put it out back and didn't quite finish building the thing. But there is a fence, and the parts of the alley are fenced off at this point, and you can see it's kind of like just a really big backyard, but it's really got a bunch of garbage on one side and like piles of crates and stuff over on the left, and then a small kind of section and a crate in the middle, and a bunch of people crowded around the crate, and you can see the
what
the
time of day is
announcer guy.
this?
It's about it's coming up on midnight about now,
Okay.
and it's a Saturday. So you look there, and you can kind of see it almost could pass as like almost like a VIP party, kind of like invite only. And kind of, except of course, these people are paying very close attention to the guy who made the announcement. This orc, who's now sitting on the crate and kind of tapping away at a digital keyboard that's hovering in the air next to him, but it's invisible. You see his fingers moving, and he looks in. All right, you're registered. Go on. And then he looks over, and you can see these different groups kind of walking forward, and they have to give a kind of name. And the little squeaky guy who's next to His Majesty kind of looks over and is like, last time, 3 weeks ago, I heard there was a fight club, and the winner got dental work for free. And he smiles, and he's got all these rotten teeth.
Okay, then.
So after a few minutes... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did anyone tell you what we're doing today?
No, that's the fun. They announce it, and you go, and you do it. If you got the balls to pull it off, you get to win, man. Maybe it'll be like... It could be just like that Combat League stuff where they broadcast it, or it could just be like break into like this store or like grease this one guy. I don't know, man. I kind of hope it's the Fight Club thing. He's like busy scratching at a tooth.
So it's been a Fight Club once for dental work.
Well, there was a cash prize too.
Other times.
I don't know all of them. Like I think it was, I didn't make it to the other ones, but the word on the street got out too late, and I didn't get out in time. But this one, I'm here. I'm right in the thick of it. Hey, maybe we'll make a name for ourselves. We should come up with a name for our group. All the best runners have a name.
Right. What is your name?
Internet, I'm going to need a name for this person. I hope it's a mystery. Nice enough, Ninja Panda. I hope it's a mystery dinner theater. And I think we'll use that as the name that this guy's going to do. My name is Mystery.
Mr. E. Okay.
Mr. E. That's yeah, man.
Right.
We met back in. You look solid, dude. I'll be the brains, and you just crush anything that gets in the way. Okay. That's
right. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
All right. So you've now met Mr. E, and thank you for that suggestion. Ooh, and Banch. My real name is Banch, though. So if my mom didn't like me. I think mystery has more.
Banch.
I don't know. What's the word? Je ne sais quoi.
Manufactured respectability? Is that what you're trying to go for?
Yeah, I want to What's your name? It's cooler than Ernie.
You may call me His Majesty. Or Your Majesty.
I'm gonna call you Majesty. I'm gonna call you Majesty. Is that cool?
Sure, that works.
Mystery and Majesty. We're gonna be legends, bro. Legends.
What? I'm sure one of us will be.
All right, so meanwhile, you guys see the big Sasquatch talking to this guy a few feet in front of you. And at this point, the line's kind of queued up.
Wait, is he, I missed it. Is he actually a Sasquatch? Or,
Oh, yeah, he's legitimately a giant
9-foot
tall Sasquatch with, like, massive shoulders. And it
rad.
looks like he's pretty much naked. I mean, I don't know how close you want to look, but there's just fur everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I spill my water all over my computer desk. All right.
So,
Meanwhile,
did the two of you, Bliss and Flytrap, did you come in, or were you like trying to probe it from outside? I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
I think I went in. Or
Cool.
Yeah, I
right.
definitely did go in.
All right.
nice. All right, so you walk in
There's,
and
like
you,
trepidation, but yeah.
you look less terrifying than some of the groups, and certainly that giant. Actually, Bliss, have you worked with His Majesty before? I don't remember.
I'm trying to think.
I
have, yeah.
Yeah, so you actually recognize His Majesty up ahead, just in front of you.
Wait. Has Bliss worked with His Majesty, or did Violent?
It was Bliss.
I'm pretty sure it was Bliss. I think that did happen.
It was Bliss.
So
we
I
did that
The missing persons run.
job trying to find the missing person who ended up committing suicide.
That's
having
right.
committed suicide.
Yep.
Yeah, that got
I remember
dark.
that guy.
So you actually totally do
I'm gonna
recognize him.
see him. Yeah, I'm gonna see him, and I'm gonna just kind of get his attention and be like, "Hey, didn't we work on that Jason Turner case a while back?"
Hey, you still got that ring? Did you get rid of that? Oh, yeah, nice. Right. How you been?
Oh, I'm pretty sure Mix
Yeah,
made
I'm
you give the ring
good.
back. The Ruthenium wedding ring.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He made me do it, but I want to pretend that he didn't.
That's fair. Yeah, totally.
Sorry that they didn't.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
And so I'll just be like, yeah, I got it. You're doing this thing?
Well, I was in the neighborhood.
You got a crew or?
Well,
Yeah. Hey. Hey, what's your name, Dollface?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, it's all about the hair acting. That's what I do. I'll play the card I'm dealt.
Did you just call me? Did you just call me Dollface?
Yeah.
I make no excuses for this.
You look at this dude and he's got like rotten teeth and like pale complexion. He does.
And I'll look
like
at him
he
and I'll
knows-
be, I'll
You take
I'll
a look.
just
You
look
can
at him
see
and
he
be
is
like-
packing something. Like he's probably got like he's got an armored coat, something like kind of a bulge
Okay.
underneath it. So he's not totally harmless.
okay. I'll just look at him and be like, yeah, okay, whatever, dog ass.
Hey, you referred to him as the Toothless Wonder.
I've been like listening, like because like I've seen I know
My name's
I'm supposed to,
Mr.
I've been
E.
watching so far. And I'm just like cracking up over like in the background.
All right.
Mother has swapped into astral vision to just search for any. Keep an eye on what's going on.
Okay,
Astral.
go ahead and roll a sensing for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sasquatch will do the same thing because he can't not see astrally.
True. Did that not roll? What is going on?
And I don't know
with
if you're
this
seeing
sheet?
this, B, but Princess Doppio says hi.
Oh, nice. Hi.
Why?
Hi.
I might have just rolled twice because it hasn't done anything yet for me. I'm actually going to refresh roll 20. Sometimes it gets stuck.
It does get a little stuck, as do I. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. That's probably why. There we go. All right. So
Okay, there we go.
after a couple minutes of you kind of just sussing out the situation, and you kind of find yourselves at the front of this lineup, and the orc turns to you and goes, "All right, if you are willing to put your lives on the line, you might win some glory, some cash, and some street cred. You interested?" It's
is it
gonna
talking
be,
specifically to someone or like to a crowd or how's that
He's
work?
talking to all the six. What is it? 5 of you? 6 of you?
Oh, okay. So just the small group of us.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
Not
and
everybody that
Mystery.
came in.
Yeah.
So it's
All right.
so it's the 4 of us plus the guys.
Yeah,
Sasquatch
Mystery, the Toothless Wonder, Ernie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Ernie
not
Banch.
loading for me.
Ernie Banch is now their name. But you actually, as
Ernie-
the hackers, the 2 hackers just instantly shred his pan and have his actual identity, and just being and so you have the identity of Mr. E, the Toothless Wonder, Ernie Banch, and that seems to be
just
his
start
real
calling
name.
him Ernie,
Just to
just
spook
whether he
him out.
likes it or not.
Mhm. So the orc kind of looks at you, and over the comms. Oh no, roll 20, giving us troubles. All right, we'll have to do this old school. Do you want me to roll for you?
Yeah, I know. I have my stats on my phone. Sure.
You can also just roll and tell me. I'll believe you. If you get like 17 hits, then I might wonder.
Oh, actually, you can pull up my sheet and just hit the assembling button. That'd be great. That'd be the easiest thing to do. It's Bone Mother.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. Bone Mother. There's Bone Mother. And character sheet.
Assembling is in the skills. It should be like the 4th or 3rd or something.
Did it work? Hey, 5 hits. That's pretty good. That's your mental limit. All right, so Bone Mother, you look around as everyone else is. You can get a palpable sense of excitement is just humming in the air. You sense adrenaline and hormones, both synthetic and authentic, just hovering in the air. The people here are generally jacked up and excited. One of the groups is a little more rowdy than the others. You see these almost like flash strobes of like frantic energy, especially from one of them. And the others are like, hey, save it for the thing, man. And the one's like, yeah. And then, but now the orc in front of you get a look at him. He's non-magical. In fact, there's only two other magical signatures in the room. Number one, the gigantic Sasquatch is dual-natured, and you can tell
Just
Oh,
that
an
at a glance.
average side Sasquatch.
Okay, sorry, compared to your average. You definitely get the idea of that he is glowing, and also even more than that, on that many hits, you can tell that he is not just dual natured, but is actually awakened as well. Some kind of physical prowess as his reflexes and just you can see these little pulses of mana flickering around in his aura, indicating like he is magically active as well as being dual natured. You look around the room, there's only one other signal, and the rating of magic is lower than yours. You can tell at a glance. Significantly lower, but yes, magical. And it's this one woman standing kind of a little bit towards the back, just kind of arms crossed, looking around. And she is the elf, the slender elf that you saw outside in the crowd. And next to her is not magically active. That person is a human elf poser who is cybered up. You almost miss him, and then you're like, oh, because his large sections of his aura are just gray. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of magic. You can tell that the orc in front of you is not intentionally leading to deceive, but when he mentions this could get serious, and if you get killed, I'm not responsible for it. You're gonna have to sign on that.
Yeah.
And he is totally serious about that. If you die, that's on you. But if you win, you can definitely win a cash prize. So if you're interested, then this could be for you. And that's what you get for 5 hits. All right.
Cool.
What else? What else does that? You got any questions, anybody? Says the big orc.
Just look around at everybody and kind of shrug and figure, well, all right, here we go.
Whose game is this? Who put this all together?
Well,
Good question.
And cred's not real cred if it's with nobody.
this
No
is true.
offense, of course.
No offense taken. I see you're the brains. Well, let's just call it the let's just call it the conglomerate. The conglomerate of interested parties. They come to me. I arrange these little events, sometimes for entertainment, sometimes to actually get the thing. In this case, it's getting a thing. If you're interested, thumb here and then, and we'll talk details.
I don't mind getting a thing. Thought this was going to be some sort of murder cabal.
Not exactly, but there's probably going to be some murder. And he takes a pretty good look at you. You don't think you can handle it? You don't think you can handle the competition? But it is dangerous, so if you're not interested, then you need to get the heck out of here.
How many people were cybered up? Really, just the one guy, or just the one guy was like?
Oh no,
really cybered
a
up?
lot of people in the room do have cyber. When you were cursory glancing for magic,
Okay, cool.
you saw
Just wanted
this
to make sure.
magic person who was talking to a cybered up person.
Love it.
It's
Great.
basically a testing.
Ooh,
You
I'm back
gather
in
that it's a
Roll20.
testing ground for low level runners and some street scum.
Mhm.
But he seems genuine in the chance to actually like establish yourselves. It depends on what
Cool.
you want, but you can walk or you can go for it.
I mean, what would the
I can
session be
improvise
if we
something
walk?
else too if you guys legitimately want to walk. Because
I'm
I
getting
mean,
so
all
much
that
feedback,
prep.
I'm sorry.
Oh, is it feedbacking?
I don't know. I've only really been hearing me.
I've been hearing feedback since we began
Weird.
all
Sorry,
night.
folks.
Yeah.
I have not.
That's annoying. I'm sorry. Check, check.
Oh,
1, 2.
I've just been ignoring it.
Oh, well, I don't want crappy sound. I'll take a look at that. Oh, that's new. Check. 1, 2. Yeah, I should be able to hear things. Weird. All right, I'll take a look at that. We'll take a little break in a few minutes.
I don't
but,
know. Okay, there we go. I'm back in Roll20 proper, like. Alright.
Because of a combination of at least one entire bottle of rum and only carrying from time to time, the Sasquatch still isn't quite sure what's going on.
That's all right. It
He's
looks
Fair
like
enough.
it's
I'm
basically
here.
get the football.
Point me at the goal. I'll score the ball. That's kind of what I'm here for. You know,
All right.
make friends, make enemies.
I don't remember what it was against. Cool.
All right. So he says, "All right, if you're still standing in front of me, here you go." Flicks you a little chip, and it's and it when you tap on it, it opens up like origami style, just and turns into this this image that is shared only on your only on your pans, and you see a map, and it looks like it goes through some tunnels. It doesn't look complete, but there's kind of a trail, almost like breadcrumbs. There's parts of it are pretty clear, and other parts get a little like shrug. And it looks like it goes underground, and it definitely has a couple of spots that are like rest stop. It's got like an actual like spot identified as rest stop here, checkpoint 3, and a couple of other random little notes about it. But at the end of it, of this little thing, it appears it's got a circle in this zone. It's kind of a biggish zone of some underground tunnel-y type looking maps, and in there it's like target is labeled in like bright green letters. It's like
No
I
idea.
think-
Seems like a good Saturday.
Can I make an attempt to actually go deeper?
all right, go ahead and roll your hacking on the fly, which I believe is hacking plus logic, limited by your sleeves. If you or I'm gonna have to change your name because I'm gonna keep calling you B. If you or
Fly?
Flytrap, if you or Fly want to try to hack that up,
While she's doing that, I'll lean over to you, Bliss, and say, I'll make you a deal. And I'll kind of motion at all the electronical stuff and go, you do this part, and I'll do this part. And I kind of shoot my claws out, and you know what I mean? Say no more. Say no more. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink.
Yeah, sadly, that was only 3 successes. It's not horrible.
That's still pretty good. All right. 3 hits on your hacking.
It's not horrible.
Nice. All right. So you go after their pan. It's a late model pan. It doesn't seem to be too amazing. Oh, it's taking forever to roll my dice. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. So you
Ooh.
basically ties. So you get the contact information, anything that would be kind of normally available on non-secret mode, but you don't actually get any deeper info. But you do get it, this guy's contact name and number. Internet, I'm gonna need a name for this fixer type orc. So anytime you want to make a suggestion, a nod's as good as a wink to a blind bat. I like that you. Well, I'm happy to have other name suggestions, but I can steal from that as well. There, if you want. I know that's sure. Let's call him blind bat.
That was the nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Absolutely, of course it is. If anybody else wants to chime in a name for this fixture type, a Johnson definitely. Anyway, okay, so
I kind of like Nod actually.
Nod's
pretty good.
Nod.
Yeah.
Nod. I like Nod a lot too. So the
like
contact is Nod.
Yeah.
If it's 0, Nod is in like or Nod is in NOD.
GNAD.
Either one would work.
Yeah.
I love except no E. It's just like GNAWD. Nod. Anyway, so you have a contact at 0-0 rating of or 0-1. Well, a 0 loyalty rating contact of Nod, and that is this orc fixer type. He's an event promoter, and you actually see that he's got like a website and stuff, or Matrix site. He's known as an event coordinator for some street level company. All right, so you see this map of this underground, and you see quite a few of the people are looking at something similar. No, you can't. Actually, the hacker and the technomancer can see the little flickers of their matrix feeds. But other than that, you can just tell that other people are getting similar info. And on the main channel, hovering above the crowd now, you see a large superimposed clock begin. Tick, tick, tick. And it has...
On to the say.
It says 2 hours.
Oh, shit.
Gotcha.
You do a
All right,
quick like
let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, you do a quick calculation, and you're like, yeah, we can get to the starting point in about.
Do we just have
minutes.
to get to there?
You have to get there and get whatever is there, and there's like a locked file within this thing that says target, and it says will provide info later, must be undamaged. And that's the only thing that when you click on the target that you're told. You can keep working on decrypting that later, but at the moment that's all you can get.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys haul.
That's what
What? Anybody have any vehicles, or are you going to be going on foot?
I've got my trusty Segway.
I thought you gave that to Yelfin's character.
Inside the bar we went through.
Well, just outside. Actually, you probably would. You've basically got an electric scooter there, Bliss.
Oh yeah, but
so you could have it here.
Didn't HM? Didn't His Majesty drive it last time?
Was it his man? No, it was Dino.
No.
Dino drove it.
No, I got a big motorbike.
Big troll.
It was Dino. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Flytrap? You got wheels?
Yeah, I have like
Oh, did you get to keep the company car?
No, I don't have a company car. I was
that part of the severance package?
No, I don't think. I don't think I ever had a company car. I don't think I was that high up. But I have like a moped, I think. Or
Nice.
yeah.
And what about you, Bone Mother?
No, I don't got nothing. I'm
All
broke.
right. Anybody want to help Bone Mother out? And I will. That'll save you at the minimum 20 minutes of walking.
Hey, Mr. E, you got wheels?
Yeah, I'm all set. You should see my ride. She's
What-
sweet.
We talking bicycle, tricycle,
No, man.
quadcycle, popsicle?
It's a 2062 Ford Americar, man. Oh, I got the wrong hair. There we go. There, hair acting. It's 2062 Ford Americar, man. It's got the original rims.
Sure.
All right, I'll be the driver. Let's ride. Okay, anybody actually gonna go in Mr. E's car?
I mean, like, presumably,
If you got your
I'll
own
do it
wheels,
first
you
if
can
it looks like
pick your own.
I'm safe. Yeah,
Ah.
I'll take my own wheels.
If I up
Yeah.
this mystery guy, just I iron them up.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll go in there.
There's something weird about their aura. Both you and His Majesty pick up. There's a little bit of a weird color flare in the head zone. He's probably a tweaker of some kind.
Yeah.
Probably pretty addicted to
So
something.
when I'm in the car, just so like he can hear, I'm just like, all right, where did you come from? Didn't really catch that.
I am Shadowrunner of soon-to-be repute. And he starts up this thing, and he's like, you hear it turn over. The car's just like whining like an old man, and then you hear the squeal of the
Give me a moment. Let me
loose.
look at your eyes. Stick my hand on his face and hold his eye open.
He's
Look
just,
in it.
what are you doing? What? Okay,
And then I cast a spell on him.
okay.
Let's cast a spell. I touch
Hey,
spell.
first
Total
spell
let
tonight.
me touch his
I'm
face.
What?
Sasquatch. I'll just watch that and go like,
Yeah, well, you hop on. This is in the car, so
I'm in a car.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
the
we're
rest of you are getting on your
Honestly, This guy's
bike.
probably better at driving than I am, even if I knock him out. But whatever, we're just doing some fun.
are
Yeah.
you trying to like
Um,
detox him with? Is that like a detox spell?
You know, that would have been smart, but no. I'm gonna decrease his agility score.
You're gonna decrease it.
You're gonna make him a worse driver.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
technically,
knock him
he was
out,
off
and then I'm
reaction.
gonna take the car.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
that is a sensible plan.
Yeah,
All right,
okay, so go ahead and roll it.
it. Force.
Live how you want
Force
to
is my
live.
limit, right? So
Oh, this is gonna go real well for him. Okay, make your roll.
I'm just gonna jump on my bike.
yeah, I think
and-
it's resisted willpower plus his agility. I think it is.
What the hell did I roll?
I'm gonna do.
I don't even know what that
Did I
was.
take force 4 on my sustain? I think it's
Wow.
Let's do that.
That's so
Alright.
funny.
I
I
got
rolled
3
2
hits on
dice
force
because
4.
that's his willpower, and I got 1 hit. But then I just looked in the roller, and it says 17 with exploding dice. I rolled a 17
Yeah,
on a
that's pretty impressive.
D6. That is insane. So it's only 1 hit, but it is a hell of a hit. All
Cool.
right.
So I got 3. So you only rolled their willpower.
I rolled
right?
1. So you get
2
2
dice?
hits net. So that's going to lower
Well, no,
their
yeah, right.
agility.
They resist with their agility as well. Actually.
Oh,
to be
okay.
fair. It's their agility plus their willpower.
Their agility. This guy's
because of
agility
the
is
stat
not
and targeting.
very bad. Okay, just got 1 hit there, but I rolled a 14 again. These things are exploding left, right, and center. I should probably turn that off. Anyway, so
that's a
you get
shame.
1 net hit.
Yeah, it looks like they
So
have 3 agility, and I only reduce it by 1.
And he's like, "Oh, yeah, what are you doing, man? All right, I'll just whoa. Hey, that
Yeah.
is. I feel relaxed, man. What's going on?
Good.
All right, let's ride. He drops his keys and fiddles around with the floor for a while, and eventually picks them up, starts it up.
I pick him up. Nah. When he drops them, I pick up the keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
pass
reach
them, or are
past,
you gonna
open
take
the door and I push him out?
Okay.
And I push him out of the car and I close the door. This is my car now.
He's like, dude, what the hell, man? I'm
Let's go.
mystery. The four of you
Yeah,
drive
well,
away, and
At
he's just
least
like,
he was good for something.
There was an easier way of doing that, but I've always wanted
and he
to try
picks
reducing
up
someone's
like a
stats
piece of
with
trash
that,
off the
so.
street and tries to throw it, and literally somehow falls down, and like the garbage just ricochets off the street light nearby. All right, so you have wheels. You have a stolen Ford America, which, to be fair, was probably stolen to begin with. It is in
that's mine.
rough
Writing it
shape.
down on my sheet.
Yeah, it's got 3 points of condition monitor remaining out of 10.
Nice.
It's near wreck level. That means you are at -3. Yeah, that was my mom's car. I love it in F Ninja. That's amazing. That was my mom is gonna be so pissed. Ernie Banch is in real trouble with his mom. All right.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so you guys make really good time. You're actually at the start point in only 5 minutes instead of 20. So you are there, and that means we are now. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. You pull up, and this is an old kind of. It was once a warehouse, and it got leveled. And there's a few sections of the subfloor that are actually still viable, and it's all surrounded by a chain link fence. And as you pull up, you see these like 4 or 5 other motorbikes just pulled right up to the gate of this thing, and you see these pretty obviously gangers, and you kind of recognize them. They also came out of the bar. And you see them kind of pulling on the chain, and one guy's like yelling at the other one, swearing, and it's like, "Did you not? You didn't bring the clips? You're like, God damn!" And they start like shoving each other, and they're just kind of arguing. And then one of them starts scaling up over the fence, gets to the top, and they start to climb over, and they're like, "God, God!" And they fall back down on this side of the fence, just holding, and the other 4 just crack up laughing, and you can see blood pooling around the hand that he's holding as he got to the top of the fence, and something cut him up there. You guys can get up real close. You can go in through the same entrance. You can try to find a way around back. It's a relatively big site, probably a good 300 feet on one side, another 200 on the other side. So you can approach from a different angle, or you can try to go through the gate where these gangers are busy held up by a simple chain.
Can I just ask, when I looked at the map for the target, where was it located in terms of proximity to where we currently are? So for me, that would be the entry point is closest to that.
Yeah, so the entry point seems to be this lot here. But there are a couple of other sites that look like they might also be entry points, so you could go for an alternate one. You're reading this thing kind of quickly. Can I get you to do a logic plus intuition check for me? Just straight up, unless you have a navigation skill.
When I show up, I assume
Logic
we're all
plus
salted there.
intuition? Yeah, I can do that.
I
Sorry,
get
was
out of
that
the
Darcy?
car and I
Yep.
spot His Majesty. Glance over at him.
2
Glance over at the gate. How's your
2
lifting?
successes.
Nice.
You need me to open the pickle jar for you?
Ben bars lift gates, as they say, right?
All right.
That's a different game.
No, this guy's from D&D.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, really? Oh.
So you
He's a real Sasquatch. This guy's not like a meta-human or anything. And Sasquatches already aren't meta-humans in this setting.
not metahumans
Anyway.
officially.
So what
They're
would that-
technically paracritters. So you could tear up and start
But even
tearing
if they
down the
were,
fence for
it
it.
wouldn't be.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
What test would that be?
Maybe actually lift. There is a lift test.
Lifting and carrying. Guess how many dice?
A
9,
lot.
All the dice.
12, 14.
All
Yeah,
the
I
dice.
think I shove it around this point. And I'm like, where's the Joker? Where's the? It's a guy. Did you ditch him?
Fell out of the car. What you gonna do?
Not many dice.
That figures.
Todd,
Yeah.
I got
Yep.
2 hits on that
Nice.
check.
Okay, so you puzzle out there is an alternate entrance, not that far away. It's probably about a half a kilometer away by car, by vehicle. You can get there pretty quickly, and it doesn't appear to be like this one is the more obvious entrance. The other one is a little more subtle. Like it looks like, oh wait a sec, that looks like that overlaps. That looks like
Yeah.
some kind of entry point. So you can have 2 options.
I will tell them we go in over there.
Todd,
What's up?
what happens with this many hits?
And what do you intend
There's
to
8
have
or
happen
9.
with 9 hits? I'm picturing. You're
Maybe
just-
to make the gate
You don't even
not
slow
be there
down.
anymore.
Yeah, you just drive at the gate, and like those foot bars you have on a big Harley, and your feet can kind of stick out real far. You do that, but you
Oh,
just
no.
extend your legs, and you just drive at the gate, and your legs are long enough. Though the feet hit before the bike wheel hits. Does that make sense? And then the whole thing just crashes open around you, all the chain link just going all over the place. And the bikers scatter to the left and right as you just go all the way right on through. Just don't even slow down. Just you end up dragging part of the fence behind you, and it gets caught. I want you to do a you can either roll your body plus your armor, or you can roll your edge. I'll let you decide.
Well, that'll be
Yes.
body plus armor.
All
How
right,
about
go
this
for
way?
it.
How much armor do I have? Hold on one sec.
You do have some custom-made armor.
I go over to Bliss at that time, and I
have
say to
that-
her,
I have armor that's made out of my own shed fur.
"True."
Yeah.
Yeah, I go over to Bliss and I just say, "You don't have to limit yourself to your skills. You have all sorts of tools to use." And I walk through. Actually, no, I get back in the car and I drive through. What am I talking about?
Yeah, you start driving. The bikers have all scattered, and it takes them a while. And one of them's still laughing at the bleeding guy, and they're like, ah! And the one guy raises his bloody hand, and you see 2 fingers are missing, and he's like, you bad. So Steve, how'd you do on that body shrug? Body plus armor?
Counting.
Count them
Counting.
D6s. That's what it's all about.
Wow.
That many? I can't show. They're backwards. But
Yeah.
that many.
Is that 8 or
9.
9? All right, you take no physical damage around your right
I
foot.
feel
though.
better afterwards, probably.
Yeah, you're just like, oh,
Hey, get the
that's-
crick out of
that's
your
a good
back. Yeah.
scratch. And what it is part of the chain link, the top had
Realignment.
monofilament wire wrapped around the top. So when you hit the fence, some of the chain link dragged along your leg, and some of it got coiled up around your foot, and some of the monofilament just scratches down the back of your leg, and you're like, that's an
annoying.
interesting feel. But it didn't hurt at all. It just kind of ripped your jeans a little, or your fur a little bit. You got a bald patch on your right ankle. I was going to say
take a
ripped
little
your
while to
jeans,
grow
but you
back.
don't wear pants.
No.
Not that we know of, anyway. If they are pants,
Pants
they
are bullshit.
get a Chewbacca outfit. That's what it is. All right, so you are. Everybody can just drive on through, and the bikers are so distracted. You see them swearing, a couple of them like slamming a baseball bat, and then they start. One's like, "Go, go!" and they start scrambling towards their bikes. There's only one standing structure that is the main entrance to this section, and it would have at one point been an entrance into the basement from the inside of this building, but it's been leveled and mostly filled in. So there is like a small kind of like cinder block structure, probably only about 15 by 10, and then there's a door in the middle of it, and that door is currently that is your entrance. You can tell by the map.
Do we have any idea what this place used to be?
You don't have any knowledge skills yet, so if you want to add some knowledge skills about that and roll them, I'd be okay with that. So I guess Seattle locations or a navigation type.
Yeah, like local knowledge. I guess, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So one of them will be local knowledge. So go ahead and roll a knowledge skill of.
Yeah, the question is, what stat is it tied to? Is it logic? Is it intuition?
It would
or is
be.
it willpower?
I think it's gonna be intuition plus the skill.
Cool.
What skills you rolling?
Local knowledge.
Yeah. So, Darcy, how much should I assign to? Do you think I should?
You start with knowledge skills. I think it's like logic plus intuition times 2 or something like that. I think you have like. At least,
So
10
that'd be like
around.
not 12. It'd be like 30.
I can double check what that is real quick.
All right.
What's like the max for like
6.
6? So I think I'll take 4.
That sounds.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm just trying to find words about knowledge skills.
You start with
city
intuition
pretty darn
plus
well.
logic times 2 in points.
Mhm.
So you should have a decent chunk to throw around.
Yeah, a couple of pips into that, and away you go.
Oops, that's not. That was not a roll. That was me clicking stuff right accidentally.
Oh, okay.
Didn't see a roll, so I don't know. Honestly, you might find you have to refresh it again. I did. So.
Oh, and that reminds me. We're going to take a brief break in a few minutes, and we're going to need Bertez to grab an icon for your person off that front page and make it your own.
Oh, cool.
I guess I should too, shouldn't I?
Yeah. So we can finalize that over a quick break here while I go and get myself another coffee in a few minutes. But so you pull up
that's
to the
good.
front.
So yeah, so I just make this roll and get a 0.
No hits, unfortunately.
Well, Grace Knights.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
Maybe I'm the one
you're
that
not
needs to refresh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you don't really know much about this particular area, unfortunately. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
All right.
Let's see. Which? Oh yeah. So
you guys could pull up to the front.
are
and you
people
can
gonna roll
tear
that
it-
or?
I'm sorry, pardon?
Are people gonna roll that too, or just? Sorry.
That's okay. So, anyway, you roll up to this kind of small structure, and you see there's a door that's in the way. His Majesty, what are you going to do about that? Or actually, anybody can take a look at it. It does look like it's sealed. It looks kind of locked. It's a newish kind of door, like built within the last 20 years, probably maybe 50 years. So,
I
Bliss,
guess this
as
is where
you
we're going,
pull up-
Bliss.
I mean,
Yeah.
someone is welcome to try to pick the lock before I remove the door.
No. Just no formalities. Just get rid of it.
All right. So go ahead and make
If
a
I
roll,
have
His
to.
Majesty.
Yeah. You know, I like to let His Majesty do his thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
Who are we to deny His Majesty? What he says?
exactly. He does like to smash.
Smash. His Majesty smash.
Smash.
I think
So-
that might be counted.
So I have a same question. Are Sasquatches like normal? Like, are people like doing like?
They're fairly rare.
Or I
in
guess
this
like
world. I mean, they're not as rare as
Super
like
rare.
a real Sasquatch. They're pretty rare here. I mean, you will have heard of them. You will
Nothing's
have
as rare as a real Sasquatch, Todd.
No, not this one. This one has a special magical penis. But but there are Sasquatches in the lexicon of this world. They're often employed in like entertainment industry because they're really good at mimicking sounds and so on. This one, though, usually they have to mimic or have implants enabling them to speak. This one can speak, and you don't see any implants, so there's something different about this one. But there are
Really
trolls
good
and orcs
analogy.
and special meta creatures. This is technically it's considered a paranormal creature that has been granted sentient status by the law in some countries. Other places, they're hunted for sport. That's a lot. That's 10 hits. Yeah, that door's gone. You just you
Out of
just
17.
Fezzik it. You Fezzik the door. And it just caves in and just crumbles. The cinder blocks around it kind of falling. And you see a flight of stairs descending down into the darkness, deep underground. It looks like almost like this was once part of a parking garage. All right. And with that, I think we are going to take a short break as you rally yourselves at the top of this descending stairs. I'm assuming locking up your vehicles and getting ready to continue.
Yep.
So we'll be back. We'll be back in 10 minutes, folks. And don't forget, we always love suggestions for episode names, and also for any way that I can mess with the players. I'm happy to try and work that into the game. Or if you want to help them out, you can also, give them some love that way. All right, we'll be back in 10 minutes. See you later.
Yes.
This episode has been brought to you by...
Seriously, who's our sponsor for tonight? Not that we actually have a sponsor. We need a made-up product. Grimdor, we need a made-up product. Stat!
We need a price check in aisle 4.
Tonight's episode has been brought to you by Starship EM Railguns. Are you tired of your enemies surviving? You should get a Starship EM Railgun. You can wipe them out from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Also brought to you by Juicy Boots, the juice that comes in a boot.
Hi, we are live on the internet. Hi, everybody. We're playing some Shadowrun, and I believe we have a word from our sponsor. I should label these. Take it away.
This episode brought to you by Space Railgun EM Juice that comes in a boot. Have you ever wanted to stomp really hard on EM? With EM on your enemies? Are you tired of your enemies surviving? Put on an EM juice boot and stomp them into juice with your boots that are made of EM juice. EM boot juice, boot.
I'm
Boot
so
your enemy.
tired of not being sure if my enemy survived or not. If only I had some way to be sure.
By Menon.
Summer's Eve.
And it's not actually by Menon. All right, hey everybody. So we're going to picking up right where we left off. They are staring into the they don't know, the old collapsed section of the Orc Underground, maybe. In Seattle. Maybe. Speaking of which, let's get on the map. Now that everybody has their character, go ahead and copy it, just in case you haven't copied it. Make sure you copy that character, and we're gonna drop. Let's drop.
You already moved us to a new thing.
Oh, did I already?
I can't now.
Oh no. Okay,
I mean, I might have copied it. I don't know. Let's see if it's on the clipboard.
I didn't copy.
Did it show up?
Okay, there you go. I'll drag you
Oh,
back.
here we go.
Oh.
I'll drag you back. Sorry, it didn't drop you where I wanted to drop you anyway.
How do you copy?
I don't think we can. I don't think we have
you
permissions to do so.
All right.
We don't.
I guess apparently I'm
No.
gonna have to do this.
We don't have the. I just tried. We don't.
That's
I'm
the hardest
sorry.
thing about GMing in Roll20 is not knowing what your players can do.
Yeah,
I've definitely been there.
All right. Well, let me
You know,
happy then.
your journal. It's in the 3rd tab, right?
The tab fourth from the. Well, you know what? I'm not going to speak against Roll20 because it allows me to do this. Let's do this.
No, I love Roll20. I think it's like really, really solid.
Roll20 is as crunchy as Shadowrun.
It's It's like they're made to be. This is almost too old school. That's too old. Hold on a minute.
It's like, they were made for each other.
Here, let's do this.
See a black void.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
And it is. It will be
Ping
totally.
us to wherever you want to reveal.
All right. Kerboo. Oh, turn on fog of war. Okay. Oh, what? Can you see that? Can you see me now?
Nope.
Really?
I see a
I can
ping,
see where
but
you
nothing
ping.
at the ping.
Yeah,
All
pings
right.
go through Fog of War.
Why?
That would
Why?
go through most of life.
Dynamic lighting. That's the problem. Boom.
There
Okay,
it is.
hold- Now do you see
There
the
was a ping in the dark.
Kerping-gabung-gabur. So technically, and I will copy and paste all your stuff there for you. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, how do you attach a text to an icon?
Uh,
Or,
I just
or did
renamed them.
Or,
All
I
right,
think
so
it's the name field.
you
in
grab
the
whatever
settings,
gear you
click on
want,
it.
and just before you head down there, you turn around. The bikers come rolling up to the top, and they come shouting out, "Hey, oh May, yo, big guy, nice work. You like your ride, right? You're here for Nod's thing, right?
Yes.
All right. My buddy here will
Yes.
watch your bike for you. 500 Nuyen.
How about you don't touch my bike and I let you keep your arms?
Dude.
What's next?
Dude, there's like 5 of us here. Come on, dude. 300 Nuyen.
Is anyone awakened over there?
Not amongst this crew. So,
My offer stands. You don't touch my bike. You keep your arms.
All right, you go on down there and see what happens.
Do we want to deal with these people? It's going to slow us down, but I mean,
Well, I mean, there
that's
are
not my
kind
car.
of
I certainly don't
Yeah, you
care.
guys jump on the sub vocal mics.
yeah. Like, how much competition do we want? If they're just going to be an annoyance, I'm happy to make them not be here anymore.
Cool. Are they grouped up? I don't know how what the AOE is on area spells.
It's force in meters usually.
Okay, so let me know what
Radius.
force I would need to hit them all.
To hit them all, they're pretty clustered up right now. They came rolling up on their bikes. And they kind of, they've got the Harley Scorpions kind of, or knockoffs thereof, and they come rolling up around this little corner. I'm gonna need to get a different battle map as we're gonna be moving to this, I think.
No, we're gonna hit them once and they're gonna run away. That's what's gonna happen.
That's probably what's gonna happen. That's probably true. But nonetheless, just because I like to have a visual, let's go take a look. And I suppose I'll put the visual on the stream so the internet gets to enjoy these too. By the way, I use all these visuals are Patreon supported, so give some love to a lot of patrons.
Yeah.
oh, rad.
This was Frag Maps on Patreon, so yeah, give love to them. Frag Maps on Patreon. Do you have your character icons now? This is
I do.
I dragged you to the wrong one. I'm sorry. Too many things to do here. And you probably can't see Jack on this, right? So I'm gonna
Nope.
say,
Nope.
okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna say, it essentially is this thing. Okay. Let me just dive into that. So they're just kind of clustered around in this little zone. It's pretty much an open field, fenced off, and that's kind of the extent of it. Where I'll just draw a quick little building that you're sitting next to. But other than that, it's pretty much as it appears. There's like the part structure right up in here, and the door that you're going to be going in is right where that green line is. All right, so do you want to make them not here anymore? Roll initiative, or you can bribe them.
I can't find my token.
Oh, I took
okay. I'll paste them back in. There you go.
So I took a native quality called combat freezing or
Paralysis.
Paralysis, yeah.
Yeah, that means you freeze up at the beginning.
So can I get like a bolt off the first, like before initiative?
Yeah, or you.
Because I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm trying to scare them all away. Right?
Fair.
I want to be like, I'm a big mage, rar. Right? This is basically an intimidation check. Like,
Sure. Go ahead.
Just
What do you want to do?
spell.
Go ahead and start by describing it.
yeah. So my understanding of mana spells is that they're not very visual.
No, they're very, very subtle.
So, I'm like running my hands down my like talismans and stuff, and I look over at them. I just kind of do one of those like juke forwards, and stun ball is going to go off, but I think that's purely in the astral, so it just affects them. I don't know if they really know it's coming, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's basically D&D sleep spell.
Right. So I'm like, do we deal with these people? All right, cool. Like, get out of here, and then they just all have to resist.
Now, if you
my
want,
understanding.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can go. So go ahead and cast. Well, let's find out the order that things are going to go down, because they're trying to suss this out. So let's do initiative at least. So please roll your initiative score. It should be on your sheets.
So I'm not sure if they can react to what I'm doing if they doesn't look like anything. But
well, they're pretty queued up and ready to fight. They're basically threatening this big guy, and you see them pull out like baseball bats wrapped in chains. A couple of them look like they might be packing some guns. And they haven't pulled out any guns yet. They're going to keep it kind of fun. But you do clock. A couple of these are armed with pistols and maybe some other stuff. It's hard to tell at a glance.
I'm really hoping that they're focused on our big guy and they haven't even noticed me, and I can just get the spell off while they're talking. That's my goal.
So it's going to look a little something like what I've got queued up there.
Okay.
You can go ahead and place yourselves where you want.
How much range I need.
It looks like there's plenty of rocks and bricks and
oh yeah, cinder blocks,
crap on the ground,
bolts, and there's a door, remains of a door that you just kicked in. That might be a little further back.
Is this to scale?
I'll just pick up a couple of cinder blocks while I'm standing
you just
there.
bend down. That's why we roll initiative. They're like, you can pay us or you're not going to have a car anymore. And you bend down, pick up a couple of cinder blocks, limber up a bit, roll initiative.
And knowing His Majesty, at this point, I just sidestep behind him. Just right behind him.
Good place to be.
And I make myself as diminutive as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I will back up slowly.
Wise.
Quick little side note. Matrix people, don't forget to run Matrix perceptions when you get a chance. And you can see what you can mess with
I
on
have
these
to.
people. Just saying.
How do you do that?
It's your
I don't know if
computer skill plus your intelligence.
And is that or logic?
It is computer plus intuition.
For me, it's
actually.
intelligence.
Yeah,
Sorry, not intelligence. Intuition.
Yeah.
If you're not, wait, so for you,
intuition
would be logic.
Okay,
no, actually, it is.
For Flytrap, it would be logic.
It is actually
so...
intuition still, even according to my notes about Matrix. You still use your intuition. Not everything is logic.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, no, that would be intuition. Logic would be more like when you're
actually hacking.
Writing programs or something.
Exactly. Okay, so doing things manually, it's a dash roll. Like, it'd be 11d6?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do see
Close enough.
Bello got 4 hits. Nice job.
I got 4 successes. Yeah.
I got one success.
No, 2. 5 count. 5 count as well. 3. 3.
Oh, really? Oh,
So you get 3
nice.
hits. So 5s and 6s are what count. You roll as many d6s as you possibly can and hope to get with a certain threshold. You both got 3 hits. Oh, sorry, Billy got 4, you got 3. You can see their pans, even though one of them wisely does have it on silent. The one in the back here seems to be the smartest of them all. This one here seems to be is broadcasting the name Killaface with all kind of leet speak. He seems to be the crazy one. And then this woman here has a cyber arm on her left arm. They all are packing some kind of weapon, and 2 of them are smart linked. So I'm going to just tag up the ones that are smart linked, because you can really mess with the smart link guns. So the smart link guns are the red dots. And everybody else does seem to have a couple of other things going on. But, and this guy, you actually do also see that he's got a smart link submachine gun.
Smart link.
oh shit.
And as you see these things, you're
Oh.
like,
Yeah,
you can just mentally ping, ping, ping. So everybody who's wired in, you can all see this info. If you choose to.
I think Flytrap is just like looking around, like, are we really doing this? Or are we? Yeah. I don't think anyone's really paying attention to that.
We're just talking right now, right?
Yeah. Well, the giant
I
Sasquatch just
definite-
bent down and picked up 2 cinder
We're
blocks.
muted.
Sometimes
weird.
you have to eliminate the competition.
Check. 1, 2.
I agree.
What's going on with my mic? Check. There. That's working. I think. Yes? Test 1,
I
2.
can hear you.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Hello.
Ah. Okay. Very cool. All right, so let's roll initiative. So Darcy, I see yours is there. 8.
6 for me.
Mine's in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you got 32, I believe.
32.
I think initiative.
So-
9, but I have that, I believe. Let
So
me
is
take
his-
a look.
is
Take a
His
look.
Majesty like wired? Is that what's up there?
He's an admin.
No, he's got sort of like attribute boost and improved reflexes. So
Cool.
yeah,
I didn't see how
Yeah,
much.
it's really hard to increase your initiative, honestly.
What score was that?
It's
Oh,
like
wait,
roll, like,
sorry,
like
no.
20 dice.
I mistyped. It's 22,
22.
not
Oh
30.
man.
Still.
Legitimately, that sounds a lot more reasonable. That
Yeah,
22 doesn't surprise me at all. Till 32 floored me. Like,
it could be.
how those are.
It's 3d6 plus 12.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that sounds
it could
really
be 30.
That's an adept for you. Just
Okay, so-
boom.
Nice.
And-
I have round up. I have 5 initiative.
All right.
Is it the 10 per pass? Is that still that way?
Yeah, it's still that way. And
Yeah,
what
it
was
is.
Bliss? I missed Bliss's roll.
B, so I don't know if you know about your initiative. Oh, I see. You have GM roles turned on. That's why I haven't seen your stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little
How
toggle at the top of the sheet. It says GM Whisper.
Yeah. That's
Ah,
why
cool.
and I missed it, unfortunately.
That's just the default.
Oh,
when the
I saw-
new sheets
I
go.
see.
B was 9.
I see bees. I see
well,
it.
Well, it's 9, but it's cut in half, right? Because of combat paralysis.
Oh, right. Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the first round, you are
So
combat.
it's cut in half rounded up.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah, for first
that
round,
ties into
yeah.
your backstory perfectly. You're like, I came from the
Yeah,
corporate
yeah,
world.
Yeah,
Well, there it
I'm from the corporate world, and also, so like, I'm still not used to this. Also, it's like, I super don't want to die. Yeah.
And Bliss, you got 6, is that right?
I got 6, yeah.
Okay, all these non-wired. Okay, so top of the order, His Majesty. The people are clustered up kind of around you. There's about 4 of them in a semicircle a little bit spread out, just about maybe 10, 15 feet in front of you. And then there's one guy a little bit further back, off to the left by about 20 feet away. It looks like this whole...
So based on my quick look at all 5 of these guys, which one to me would seem the most threatening, dangerous?
Either the person in the back, the quiet one in the back, or maybe this person seems pretty big if you're basing it on size. The middle guy, second from the right, seems a little bit bigger and more capable, but without taking a closer glance at them. You can spend a pass sizing them up if you want.
No, just going on instinct here.
Nice.
I will throw a cinder block at his brain case.
Okay, make your roll.
What do we got? Throwing weapons, non-aerodynamic, improvised.
This would be a non-aerodynamic. It's an aerodynamic cinder block.
You spent some time whittling it before the fight.
Oh, that would work.
Shaping it like a snow cone.
That's
7
I
hits?
should have edged that.
Wow. All right, 7 hits.
I didn't need
let's see
to,
if
but
they can get out of the way of this. As they're like, whoa! So net 6 hits. So I'm just going to improvise. I used to have your character sheet at one point. What's the damage on that?
What do you want to know off it?
The damage on... just
I can tell you actually, because remember we put
a lot of random...
We put one of everything in his... So...
just pick something heavy that's be close. I'm
frying
looking
pan.
at the same list.
It's about
Sure.
frying pan?
Frying
pan. Yeah, that's about the weight of a frying pan.
You know what? Let's do sledgehammer, because you use a sledgehammer to smash cinder blocks, right? So I'm gonna say
So it's stronger.
Yeah, so let's say one less than
11p.
So one less than sledgehammer. So it'd be strength plus 3 physical.
So
Sounds reasonable.
strength plus 3 physical.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, so 13.
That does hit as well, and it's staged up by your net hits.
12, sorry.
So for those who've never played before,
Yeah,
you rolled your hits. You got 6 net hits, so your damage value goes up by 6 in this case. So you started at what was that?
12 plus the hits.
Sorry.
12 plus 6, so 18 physical damage. Now, they get to roll their body. For those who've never done this before, they get to roll their body. In this case, it's a fairly big dude.
333 said, let me see. 13p plus net hits. Yup. That equals dead.
Yeah, it does. But I want to show people how to play. So it takes the body, which is 5,
good.
plus 9 for the vest that they're wearing. Not that it does great help for them, but anyway, so they're rolling 14 dice. They need to get 18 hits or they get hurt. Although they definitely need at least 8 hits or they're dead. Actually, no, they need 9 hits or they're dead. They got 4 hits. So, yeah, that's over. Just bam! The cinder block disintegrates on impact, and it's just this sickening hollow thump sound, almost like you hit like a hollow bucket, except it's not entirely hollow. Well, it's all now, and that person just goes over backwards and just turfs it. The blood just scattering all over the ground in this spray behind them.
Do they even have a head
The legs
anymore?
and arms are still twitching. No, there's no visible
Do I have
head.
time
It's
to
just,
say something?
yeah.
So I'll kind of like turn around over my shoulder to Bliss and go, you see, it's all about the intimidation factor. You just smoke the first one. Just put him right out of his misery real quick. And then you just wait and see what the other ones do.
So
And then I'll just turn back and look at the other ones.
that throw, by the way, that perfect throw wasn't just like a toss. That was like the full body wind up, like and just
real fast.
yeah, just really fast, just smash, and that guy is just goo on the ground. The other four just take it, look. You say your thing as they're looking back and forth, and they look at their leader, and they're like, "Go!" And they all just start turning. This guy just bolts for back towards the gate with their. They are going next, by the way. They turn and just run. The guy with the face mask that looks a bit like a skull. It's like a ballistic face mask. He drops his bat and just turns and runs off runs scrambling over, trips over a bunch of some of this has been used by homeless people in a little encampment with a little fire. He trips right into it and just scrambling to get away. The guy who is kind of keeping it together takes a few steps back, reaches under his overcoat, and pulls out a semi-automatic, pulls out a submachine gun, and just, in his panic, unloads in a spray all the way across. He's just doing a random spray, so this is full auto, and also totally hits his friend, who the girl with the cyber arm is also turned to run, and he just sprays her down. In fact, she takes most of it. Let's see how the rolls go. I love the for the record, I love that Steve has his shit-eating, I made this happen grin. All right.
You like what?
All right, and then I'm going to roll another 6, because there's 6 bullets out there to make it a little trickier for you. I could make you roll with a... Actually, let's do that. You're going to be rolling at a full auto burst, which I think is a -6 on any dodge attempts. I'm trying to remember that particular...
Oh, I thought it was easier because they're just spraying and praying. It's not, huh?
Well, because they're just...
The opposite, because there's extra bullets?
Yeah, there's extra bullets just going all over.
If you full auto one target, then you would be right. But I think if you full auto 6 targets, then you're not.
Yeah. And so it just really makes it harder for you to not get hit, unfortunately. But it doesn't up the damage per se.
I disagree.
It's been a little while. Been a slice. Just a quick side note. There are what are called interrupt actions. At any point, you can choose to do an interrupt action. However, the penalty for doing an interrupt action is it costs you initiative score permanently. So let's say you just wanted to fall on the ground. That's called hitting the dirt. You would take a -5 to your initiative score permanently for this round. So you would move down in the thing, but you would then be much harder to hit. You could also try to dodge, which allows you to use your gymnastic skill and your reaction to get out of the way. If you would prefer, you can also do full defense for -10, and you can keep doing that for all attacks this round. There's also the block and a couple of other things. So that's kind of important for people to know, that when you're under attack, you can do these things to try and make yourself survive a little bit better. Otherwise, you're just going to be taking some hits. That makes sense? All right. So,
well, there is a natural thing that we resist with, right? But...
There is. It's half of your reaction, I believe, is the default, just to be like, I
believe it's reaction plus intuition.
Pretty sure it's just reaction, half reaction, unless you are doing the dodge action, which then you bring in your gymnastics skill. Yeah, apparently gymnastics is like the go-to. And you know what? Yelfin and I'm so used to playing with Yelfin and Gemini, and they know their stuff inside out and backwards. So I'm like, pretty sure it's half of reaction is without any penalties to your initiative. If you want to do an interrupt, you can do gymnastics plus your full reaction.
Okay, let's see. Where's the
and it's combat times. We grind to
Todd, for range, it's on my sheet here. For range defense, it's -10 to your initiative if it's an interrupt for the rest of the turn.
Well, that's for full defense.
You can dodge, right?
Yeah,
that's
dodge not in.
Dodge is only 5 down, but it only accounts against 1 attack. Full
But
defense squats
just
against all attacks.
ranged defense that's not like an interrupt. You're rolling reaction plus intuition.
Oh, okay.
Like
That
that's your
seems
dodge.
really high to me. I don't know. That seems okay. Let me double check that.
Yeah,
Oh,
hitting
that-
someone with a gun is super hard in the system.
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, you know why? Because I'm just on the Ganger Hacker. Where's these defenses?
But like, yeah, there's a different resist for melee versus range, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you're thinking of melee.
Like full defense adds +3 to your dice pool,
Yeah, that's really all it does. That's
that-
true.
right?
What
and
are you
and
reading
just
from? I'm just curious.
My dodge says that it only adds 3. And
Yeah.
you said full defense
yeah, full defense
is 5.
Skill plus agility, accuracy
Maybe
versus
two.
defender's reaction, intuition. Yeah.
According to this, it gives me +5.
Okay. If you go full defense or if you just do
Full.
dodge. Okay.
Yeah, I think it adds your willpower. So if your willpower is high, that would be why.
My willpower's 5.
Yeah. So it adds your willpower for
Oh, there it
everything.
is.
But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
you're right.
I'm not mistaken. No, did you get 10? You might.
There is a dodge action that allows you to add your
I don't remember.
gymnastics and your defense tests to your defense test.
Yeah.
So
What exactly
that's
does
only half.
hitting the dirt do?
Hit the dirt. It is defending character doesn't need to make reaction plus edge test, but is considered prone for the next action. If it continues, they'll need to stand up. So essentially,
Yeah, you get to go prone. As
you
an
get to
interrupt instead
fall
of
down,
something
and
else.
it makes you pretty much not able to be hit. But then you have
Okay,
to
I feel like
spend
that
some time.
sounds in
next time.
character for me.
It kind of
Yeah,
does.
sounds
But-
right.
Yeah.
Okay, and by the way, your defense
according
modifier
to
for
the,
full auto burst is negative. Let's just say it's a long burst, -5, as this person's just like just unloading on you on the whole area. All right, so last chance for any interrupts. Who wants to do what? You just gonna
Are you?
I'm hiding.
okay?
I'm hiding behind His Majesty.
That's true. His Majesty.
just
are you
so
gonna
you
just
know,
take it?
according to the GM screen.
Yep.
According to the GM screen, combat sequence,
Yes.
ranged dodging
Mhm.
is reaction. If you
Yeah,
have
it's
a
reaction.
skill, the skill specifically has to be dodge. Otherwise, it's just reaction.
It's reaction, and if you take the dodge action, you can add gymnastics to that. If you take the dodge. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Right.
Okay, so His
Yeah.
Majesty, what are you doing? You're just gonna take the hits, or are you gonna try and get out of the way?
I'm going to roll intuition reaction. Yeah.
Okay, so yep. So okay, go ahead. So
Which
Bone
is
Mother
7
tries
dice
to
for me.
duck out of the way. Bliss is ducking
Yeah.
behind His Majesty. His Majesty, what are you doing?
By all means, shoot me with your stupid BB gun.
Yep, that's fair.
Okay, I only got
All
2.
right. A fly trap hits the dirt, and Bliss is just like sucking in and ducking behind His Majesty. So it's actually a really good thing you didn't dodge. That was a trap, just so you know. All right, so go ahead and resist for your damage there. Let's call this a 7, and I got how many hits? I've got to scroll up for those. 3. Okay. Was that right? I don't remember. I'm just gonna roll it up. Okay. So there are gonna be 3 hits
I
on
don't
this.
know
That
if
brings
that
it
was
to
what that's
10. So go ahead and resist 10. 10 physical. There, His Majesty.
Okay.
And can
Does that
can
mean I'm
Bone
resisting
Mother...
8, or is there a separate roll?
No, this is to hit you or not. So you got 2 hits, and they got 3 on their spray. Oh, how many dice did you roll for that, by the way?
I rolled
roll
7.
for that.
Okay. So
This
technically,
is so it just changes their net hits. Is all this does.
so they would get 1 net hit on you. So you're going to be taking 7 physical. So you got to try and shrug that with your body plus armor.
Yeah. So I think this should be automated. Soak.
Hey,
15 dice, that makes sense. 9 plus body. My body is huge because I'm a dwarf.
nice.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
a lot of dice. That was 15 dice, and you got 4 hits.
Yeah.
You can roll edge if you want to. You would be taking some damage at this point, though. It is lower than your armor rating, so it would be stun.
Yeah, I'm taking what, like 3 right now? That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
3 stun in this case, because their armor is. I'm assuming you're wearing armor.
Yeah, I'll spend an edge on that. That sounds
Sure.
reasonable. And that's all the fails I get to reroll? Is that what that is?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
You got
Your,
4,
your
so you roll
volume's
11.
gone way down again, Todd.
Oh, weird. Maybe I just dropped my voice.
Are you sure you're not defaulting to the mic on your headphones instead of your
No, I took those
Yeti
off.
again?
I took those off. You're done.
Well,
It did
suck
to
it
me.
all.
Grinder 333.
Second roll was great.
Oh, that's
You are
why.
really
using a
good.
voice
I-
mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I believe these
Thank
explode, but it's irrelevant.
I don't entirely trust
You
my
see Blaze
keyboard.
Morph, that's true.
There we go.
That's fair.
Alrighty. 5. Nice.
Alright, so I did spend edge to reroll my fails.
So you don't
Wait,
take
what?
any
How much damage am I trying to resist?
You're resisting 10
I think
physical,
he said 10.
His Majesty. Steve?
I got 8 successes.
Nice. So you take 2 stun. So just as the bullets hit you they hit you in a sensitive spot. Oh, like they hit you
why is it
a
stunned?
bunch of times, but one of them just clips you just a little bit. Oh, that was tender.
Why is it stun damage?
Because it's less than your armor rating. I used.
Oh, really? I thought that was just
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's a real thing.
I didn't know that rule.
Let me roll
That's
for her.
because armor should work passively, right? In some way or another. So that's how it works.
Oh, his friend, the girl with the cyber arm, takes like 4 rounds. 2 of them center mass, 1 of them through her left leg, and she just crumples to the ground in a bloody heap. And you can hear her like screaming and moaning, and she's like calling this guy every name in the book. So she is badly hurt. Still alive.
Inept Ninja Panda said, they weren't really that close.
Yeah, it's true. The guy panicked. I mean, a giant Sasquatch just leveled their biggest dude with a cinder block to the skull. He freaked out. So, and he just gunned down his girlfriend. Good times. They weren't really that close. Inept Panda, Ninja Panda, nice. All right, coming up next. Let's keep the action going. Bone Mother.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
fly.
they're all
You're
fleeing,
totally fine.
right?
Yeah, they appear to be making tracks.
I think I kind of just want to, like, do a display of, like, magic, but not actually try to, like, hurt anybody, basically.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do, like, a force 1, just, like, it's magic kind of a thing. But I basically just, like, yeah. So, like, I sort of swapped my spell in the middle because I was gonna do something different, and I see this and I'm like, this is fine. And, like, sort of materializing in the air as this, like, film of acid, which is, like, once the spell completes, like, materializes and it, like, pours down. But it's really just, like, a splash to scare. It doesn't, like, do anything.
You cast acid
just to, like,
rain.
nip at their heels.
A statue
Yeah.
lost some definition. Look out, limestone. All right, perfect. All right, so next up is Bliss. Do you want to do anything?
I feel like Bliss at this point would kind of look around, pop back, and be like, "You got this, big guy."
Nice.
Offer words of encouragement.
And Flytrap.
And I
can
feel
keep
like
going,
that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Like maybe it could
Oh
be
my
used
God.
as an assist for him on the next thing.
Is Bliss a
Make a
bard?
leadership test.
Is Bliss what?
Is Bliss a bard?
She's trying to pretend she is.
There are no bards in this, by the way.
I know.
Learn something from Mix. Try and make
Yeah.
a leadership test.
I love it.
She's
you,
like,
you might want to
"Get
take
this."
some points in leadership. Actually, that could actually be a good thing. All right, so coming up
If you have
next.
good charisma, otherwise it's not really worth it.
She's using her knowledge skill of coaching.
It's good.
Fly trap.
I
Okay,
feel like
we
this
lose.
battle's just kind of over, right? Like we can just narratively
Yeah,
move
yeah.
past.
Did
Unless
we
there's
lose
something.
B?
Yeah, we might have.
Oh, hi.
Oh, there we go.
Nope.
Do you want to
She's
do
there.
anything? It appears they
Yeah.
are starting to run away.
I guess I'll get up, or actually, can I hack people from prone position?
Yeah, you totally can. In fact, you could probably do it better.
Yeah, you got some support there.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like a normal keyboard, not like a keytar.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
run down what you saw, or do you remember?
So let's see. Let me just look. So the two people with the guns are running. Oh, the guy with the submachine gun is sparkling, right?
Yeah, this guy, the guy who just fired his submachine gun is the one I'm blinking on. But the other
Yeah.
one does have a handgun, smart gun, and is running away. But has pulled it out and is kind of just running with it. And she
Okay.
has a cyber arm.
I would. I guess like I tried to see if I could get the smart gun to not fire, the submachine gun to not fire.
Sure, go for
I'm
it.
not sure exactly how I
So-
would do that.
You're going to be hacking on the fly or brute force, either one, and
Okay.
go for it.
Yeah.
Let's
hacking
try
on the
brute
fly
force.
is
You're just like,
Yeah, I don't think you're trying to be stealthy about it. Just
so you're going to need
Okay.
to do cyber combat, which is one of your skills, plus logic,
yeah.
and the limit is going to be your attack program. And I will roll the device
which-
rating plus firewall.
Okay, which is 5, I believe.
Yeah. You probably have a bit more than that. Oh. So you'd be rolling 12 dice, is that right?
Based on you said that it was the attack program. Is that a loaded program or is that the attack value of the
The
deck?
attack value of the deck. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so I would say yeah, so I would have this set to 5, I believe.
Okay.
The best starting deck has 5, 4, 4, 2 in stats.
Yeah,
for
so you can kind of
reference.
pick which one you think is most likely going to be your combat. If you thought you were going to fight,
Yeah.
you can have it loaded into 5. Whatever. We're
Well,
just
fight.
getting ahead of this.
Yeah, I mentioned I would be thinking I was going to decrypt hack into like a thing, which would be attack, right?
Yeah. Oh, no hits. That guy's pan, he's got an old Nokia, and it is not in great shape with 0 hits. So you get 2 hits. Now, what that does is it automatically deals damage to the device. 2 damage to the device.
Yeah, brick that
and
thing.
you get 2 marks.
Yeah.
So that gun has 2 hits, 2 damage out of a number, and you also have a mark on it, which means you can have you can tell how much ammo is in it. You can do all the basic things. Controlling it, you're probably going to want to get 1 more mark. I forgot to mention, you can attempt to get more marks in a single roll if you penalize yourself and take away dice pool. So if you have -4 on the dice you roll, you could go for 2 marks right away, which would give you control of certain functions. Like you could put the safety back on, that kind of thing. Eject the clip.
Cool.
If you take away 10 dice pool, you could get 3 marks right away, and you could basically own the gun and just be like, manufacturer default, it doesn't work anymore. So
okay.
I will let you consider that, and this time, if you want to, you could re-roll if you want to take that chance. Or you can just keep it at 1 mark and 2
Okay.
points of damage.
How much dice pool would I have to get rid of in order to get free marks
To
turn on the safety?
to turn on the safety, you take away 4 dice.
Take away 4 dice. Yeah, sure. So I'll do that. Which let me just.
Sure, just re-roll it then.
Check.
Taking a bit of a risk, but
Yeah.
it could pay off.
Yeah, let's try it. Roll.
Doing it by the sheet, you can like edit it and say -4. I think probably in the modifier section if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, I'll just roll, do basic roll. So that's
Yeah, that works.
that is so. Sorry, it was cyber combat I was rolling, right?
Yeah.
It's computer cyber combat are the same.
Mm-hmm.
You get 12 dice, yeah. So
Well,
8.
yeah, so 8d6. 66.
I should say we have passed the midnight threshold.
Thank you. I appreciate
Ooh.
that. We'll just resolve this.
Yeah, end of the round.
Okay, that's
that is 3.
3 hits.
3 hits. Yeah.
You actually did even
That's
better
good.
that time. So it took 3
Yeah.
damage. We're kind of retconning this because we're learning as we go. 3 damage,
Yeah.
and you have 2 marks. So it is yours, and then you can issue a that was your complex action. So at this point, I would allow you to issue a command to say safety on.
Yeah, safety. Yeah, so I
Right.
and I can just do that.
That's
So
basically
yeah.
free. Yeah. Because you took the penalty.
By the way,
you can do that. What's up?
While that was getting sorted, I looked, and I do have leadership.
Oh heck yeah!
Nice.
Nice.
I have 8 dice of leadership, and
Hey,
I
that's
am
pretty good.
using them.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So go ahead and roll your 8 dice, and
Yes.
you can be inspiring His Majesty.
I think, if you roll that, however many hits you get adds to my dice pool for my
It
next
does.
action.
That's how that
Or
works.
a
Yeah.
chosen
That's
action.
rad.
Yeah, it's actually pretty
It's
good.
the same rules as helping, except for you don't need the skill.
I know,
3
as if I
hits!
don't have enough
3.
dice already.
Yeah, it's like
Well, you get 3 more.
You get 3 more.
Okay.
All right, come. We're at the back.
you
We're
just
at the
pat
bottom of
him
the
on the
order.
butt and
We're
say
now
good luck, big
we're
guy.
now just going to resolve this. Go back to
Um,
the top of the order for the second pass. His Majesty, you're up. What do you want to do?
You just like bang your chest and roar.
So
Right?
I'm going to throw the other cinder block at the guy that shot me because I don't like that he shot me.
So
That's fair.
So
That
what
was mean
happens?
of him.
Go
It was
ahead and make
rude.
your massive dice
It was
roll, and you
rude.
get to add 3 dice to this because of Bliss. That's a mitt full of d6s.
So
Let's hear the
if
sound
I
again.
edge it now,
Yeah,
does
they
that do?
explode. You get to add your edge
That
rating.
explodes.
Add your
and
edge
any
value,
6s explode.
okay, let's do that.
and you break the limit, which is
Yeah.
probably the
Oh,
most
that's
important
even
part.
better. Listen to the sound. Oh, he's rolling in a dice tray. I can tell. It wasn't very loud. I'm a
You
little
got
sad.
it. It's important.
So while he's counting, so what happens is the guy with the submachine gun,
And I'm re-rolling 6s, right?
and then the
Yeah.
gun
Yep,
stops
they
shooting
explode.
as Flytrap puts the safety on.
And
The
then
gun
they
stops
explode
shooting,
again.
and he looks down angrily at it, and it's like starts smacking the gun and be like, "Work!" And then he looks up and sees
One
the
more.
Sasquatch wind up and pitch.
Seven.
7 hits. Okay. Now, if I
Thanks
remember
for the extra
correctly,
dice. That actually helped.
that was 12 base damage, strength plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
12
so
base.
12 plus 7 is the hits. Let's see if he gets any dodging. He's actually quite distracted because his gun isn't working. He thinks it's jammed, but Flytrap actually just put the safety on. So he's not getting very many dice. Oh, now he's going to roll his edge and
Fair.
still gets 0 successes. 20. Oh,
Holy crap.
crap.
Poor baby.
So he looks up just in time to see this cinder block take him in the chest and just gets thrown like it almost looks like he was pulled on a wire, just pulled straight back as he is thrown 25 feet back. Lands
Oh God!
let me correct this. His arm, left arm, lands about 22 feet, just a little bit to the right in a straight line. His
In
other
Ninja
arm
Panda
lands
said,
about 30
This
feet.
episode should be called Exploding Cinderblocks.
I fully agree, Ninja Panda.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful title name. Thank you. So the other arm gets flung about 30 feet that way. The torso is just this smear all the way back, and you guys see you decapitated the head, and it actually goes out and over the fence, landing kind of near their bikes.
Yeah.
I said it was,
And it's gone!
keeping the arms was not an option.
Okay.
Gave him a choice.
I
I
He
told
shot
you
his
you had
girlfriend.
this. I knew you had this.
Nice.
I kind of pulled back throwing up. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have one more action, right? I'll just grab a couple of more of whatever's lying around.
You pick up a couple more rocks. And
Stare
half-broken cinder
menacingly
block.
at whoever's left.
There's not many.
well,
The
it's
two
only
other
the
people
one,
just
isn't
book
it?
The two. Well, there's the guy with the gun and the guy with the mask. They both eventually make their way towards the exit, hop on their bikes. The girl who was wounded is busy trying to crawl hop towards the entrance. She's pretty close to you. She's wounded, but she's not dead. She's kind of trying to make her exit.
She's not a
slowly.
threat.
She does not appear to
Yeah,
be a threat.
exactly.
She's not a threat.
She doesn't have an armed. She doesn't have a gun, does she? Or
She doesn't. She doesn't appear to have a gun. She probably. You take a look at her, and it looks like she's got a knife still sheathed, and like, her cyber arm is like gripping the dirt and pulling. And she's kind of
if she can't get up, she can't knife any of us probably.
No, she's just crawling away, and like you can hear her sobbing, crying in the dirt. All right, so you all turn, and you get to descend deep down into the parking garage. On the plus side, you have less competition now. All right,
Okay.
and I think we're going to leave it.
Our stuff
Sorry?
probably isn't going to get busted up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much for playing, everybody. I think we're going to have to call it there.
Awesome.
It's a little bit after
that's
midnight.
rad.
That is what happens when you bring a cinder block to a gunfight.
Piss off a.
Yeah.
Or piss off a Sasquatch.
Yeah. Like, I keep trying to make friends, but
You always. Come on. You always give them an opportunity.
To be
That's
fair,
true.
you warned
You
them.
always do.
I was
So,
nice to Mr. E,
you were.
mostly.
It's true.
Yeah.
You were nicer than Bone Mother,
I didn't steal his car.
which, by the way, is what started this fight. When they threatened to steal your motorbike.
Yeah.
Don't mess with His Majesty's motorbike. All right, everybody. That's it for
How
tonight.
dare you touch his master's motorbike?
Absolutely.
It's the Royal motorbike.
Yeah.
And what's
Is
next?
it Air Force
My
One?
Segway?
Road Force One.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can't
Yeah.
let that stand.
No.
It's like that's like a horse thief in the 1800s. Like, it's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. You know, we're only doing what's right.
It's true.
Grinder333 said. And now the Royal Cinderblocks.
The Royal Cinderblocks. The Royal Exploding Cinderblocks. I think I'm going to
Yeah,
combine those
it's
two
Royal.
ideas.
That's it.
The
Royal Exploding
Cinderblocks. That's our episode title. Nice. All right. I
Very
got to get
good.
some sleep. We're going to do this again in about 2 to 3 weeks. Watch the Instagram for those who want to do that. We also have D&D coming up next Thursday. See what's going on with that game. And and thanks for joining us. Thanks very much, Grimdor and Ep Panda, Princess Doppio, Bertez, of course, for joining us live today. That was awesome.
Hi.
And of course, Twigs and
Inept
everybody
Ninja
else.
Panda.
Well, thanks for
Said,
tuning in. We'll do this again.
For streaming Concha.
Concha. All right,
This
thanks
is fun.
everybody. We will and what Bertez? Just a quick quick question for you. On a scale of 1 to murder, how do you feel about Shadowrun?
I enjoyed it. I got to stop a gun from firing. That felt good. It didn't really matter that much because the prison got immediately destroyed. But
It
Yeah,
gave
that
lives to
tends
their
to happen
dodge.
if you do anything that's not direct combat.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't know. I hope to hacking seems fun. I like making computers do things I want.
And it's interesting to think about how do I affect this scenario. So yeah, it's definitely fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much, everybody. We're gonna bail. Stick around. I will do credits and then maybe do a raid if we can for those who want to stick around. And I am. Yeah, I guess that's it. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. You've been listening to SideQuest Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. We try to record all of our games as much as possible, whether that's Dungeons & Dragons or Shadowrun or another tabletop role-playing game. Just a quick side note about all the licenses and copyrights involved. Our music is all Creative Commons attribution music on our live stream video feed or YouTube replay or Twitch VOD. We always attribute each individual artist, so be sure to check out those individual artist attributions. Lots of love to so many people who make their work available so that we can do what we do. So thank you. It influences our game. It makes it immeasurably better. So much appreciation for them. Let's not forget the makers of the game. Dungeons & Dragons is copywritten by Wizards of the Coast. They own it. They make it available to all of us to play, and it's wonderful. We are in no way affiliated with them, and nor do they endorse this podcast, but we are very appreciative. The other game we often play is Shadowrun, which is Catalyst Games. And again, we are not affiliated with them, and they do not endorse us, but we really appreciate their game, and we hope you appreciate our game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube, and watch for those live games once we're streaming them out. And of course, we do accept suggestions for names, so please hit us up on Instagram and name our stuff. All right, thanks so much. I'm Todd, and this has been SideQuest Live. We'll see you again soon.